Good Thursday, world. And welcome back to another episode of Band Dog Talk, aka Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. We are live. Yes, we are live. And big salute to that pole position. We got Young ready in pole position. Big salute to you. We got Cooper in that second place. We got Caveman with that number 3. You know how important that number 3 is to me, Caveman. That's the root number, man. 1, 2, 3. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So salute to you, Caveman, sliding in the third. And then we got Functional Focus Kennels, man. Big salute to your family. Welcome, gentlemen. We got a good cook up tonight. Like every classroom we have, man. Always great information in the classroom. Only a few gonna show up in the classroom. You know, this is a non-entertainment platform. You know, this is educational for us high performance working dog engineers. You know what I'm saying? The elite, the gifted and the talented. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've heard about those gifted and talented classes. You know what I mean? But there's only a few that get even selected into the gifted and talented class. And I'm grateful for the few of you guys who show up for this type of dogman talk. You know what I mean? Where we're using our brains, we're using the super dogman computer, right? All of us collective coming together and, you know, communicating and giving everybody a voice, you feel me? To be heard and to express themselves, man. And let's talk dogs, advance these dogs the way we do. So I want to give you guys a big salute. Big salute to you, Duro. Much love and respect. Um, but before we get to cooking and I get into my week, man, go ahead and get your herbal sensations ready to go. Caveman is a herbal sensation expert. You know what I mean? Herbal sensation cultivator. That's right. That's right. Man, get that shit ready to go, man. Get that shit rolled up. Get your paper planes, your backwoods, you know what I mean? Your bongs, you know what I mean? Your lotions, your edibles, man. Get that shit ready to go, man. If you like your brewskis, like my man Doro Reseal love his brewski, man, get that brewski ready to go, man. Get that shit. Make sure that shit's cold, man. If it's a tall can, you got you a Schlitz smoked liquor. I don't even think they sell them Schlitz anymore, man. You got your Hurricane malt liquor, man. Heineken's, man. Shit, get that shit ready to go, man. Make sure that shit is nice and cold. Get your mug ready. If you like your shots, man, get your Jose Cuervo out there, your Hennessy, man, your bourbon, all that shit, man. Get your shots ready to go. And if you keep it simple like the coach, you like your mixed drinks, man, I got my vodka lemonade, man, to curb that edge, man. Because there's always an edge when you put in that work. It's never no days off over here. So much love and respect to y'all, man. Cheers, salute. Roll that thing up, smoke that thing, man. Let's get comfortable in the classroom, man. That's why we do it, man. We get comfortable in the classroom and we let that shit flow. So, man, salute to all y'all, man. Nell Mac, welcome, man. Salute to you. Cheers. Oh my goodness. As I take a deep breath. Oh man, so much work. So much work. Yesterday, my girl Draka, my AK daughter, one of my prize picks, she I have her next to her daddy to kind of calm her down. Not really kind of calm her down, but to calm her down. So she's been next to AK this past probably maybe 8 months or whatever. However, she's like father like daughter like father type thing where, if I come around and, AK start acting up and doing his little jumping and stuff like that, she starts to do her little jumping too. But she's been, doing this jumping where, because she got Holy Spirit in her. AK, he uses his brute force and his athletic ability. He's not using his brain, which he can definitely rip that whole thing up, but he doesn't. He just busts his head through there. He's just trying to bust through it with his head. So that's AK, right? And plus, I got the pacifier in his mouth. I'm sure if I didn't have that pacifier in his mouth, he probably would just tear it down with his mouth. But he always got to have his pacifier in there, so it works to my benefit. You know what I mean? With AK, you know what I mean. However, with Draca, she got her mother in her. She got that brain where she's jumping up and then hanging, like, trying to, hang. I got the little lid on her too. She jumps up, hangs, and then tries to, like, hold up there and try to finesse her way out, try to find a way to work it out. But lately she's been doing a lot of extra credit shit. You know what I mean? As far as like how she's jumping into the kennel when when I come around and it's child time, right? So a few times she done messed her toe up by jumping into it and catching it on the latch, and what I mean, and like damn near ripping her toenail off. But these dogs don't feel no pain and stuff like that. And it's like, every time I see her, it's like, I'm like, bitch, please stop. Why are you doing that? Like, stop doing that shit. Because she's jumping up and then she's like spinning off of it, doing all kind of extra credit tricks. She's doing all kind of tricks and shit versus just the easy, just jump up, hold yourself up there. You can't finesse it because I got you capped. I got a lid on you and get off it. But no, she want to jump up, finesse, jump backwards. She want to do all kind of tricks and shit. So, she's messed her toes up a couple times. Well, yesterday I go out there and she ain't jumping, and she's over there like favoring her right leg or whatever. So I already knew what time it was. I already knew it. Like, bitch, I told you. You know. Of course, dogs don't understand our language, right? But I told the bitch, stop doing that. Like, stop doing that. Like, you're gonna fuck yourself up. And she sure did. You know what I mean? So she hurt her leg, right? And so I'm like, oh, okay, man. Oh, here we go. So I check on her or whatever, and go out there today, and she didn't really eat her food or whatever. So I'm like, okay. Now I see her thigh all swollen and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that she twisted her hip doing all of her little gymnastics tricks and stuff like that. So she a little bit, you know what I mean, mentally under the weather because she hasn't really been eating or nothing like that. So I gave her some antibiotics today, and I'm hoping that she can recover from that, because I don't know how bad she injured it or whatever. But I checked it and just moved it around or whatever. It doesn't seem like anything's loose, but she definitely fucked it up because it's swollen and stuff in the hip, and she's favoring it, and she don't want to eat and shit like that. So I'm hoping that she can bounce back. But yeah, you got certain dogs that do things to themselves, and I've told this bitch to stop doing it. Of course, she ain't gonna listen to me, and then she goes and does that. You know what I mean? So now I got to deal with that and make sure she okay, and hopefully she bounces back. That's all I can hope for. Like, bitch, hopefully you bounce back, because you ain't the smartest bitch. You think you smart, but you ain't that smart, because obviously, I mean, you over there doing all kind of tricks and caught your leg up in there in the kennel bar or whatever, and and pulled your damn hip or whatever you did, bitch. But anyway, that's stuff you deal with when you got certain type dogs like I got, who they compete, and then they doing extra credit stuff, like, you ain't got to do that, but that's what she want to do. And I knew it was going to happen. All right, it's like, I already figured it out. Like, bitch, you gonna fuck yourself up, because I can see what you're doing too much. You just can't just jump, and no, you got to do all kind of special tricks and flips off it and bounces off of it and all kind of just dumb shit. Like, why are you doing that? But I know why she's doing it. I know why she's doing it. She's showing out. I mean, she want to be, you know, even more acrobatic than her fucking daddy. So anyway, other than that, um, solid week. I'm not looking forward to the yard work I gotta do. I mean, it's freaking National Geographic out here in my backyard, man. I just can't go and take the weed killer and and do what like some of my neighbors do, and they just, buy the weed killer and spray it all on, spray it all up on the grass and shit and let that shit die out, then hit the weed eater. I can't do that because, the dogs that we have, our dogs eat grass. So I can't do that. So I got to do it the old fashioned way. You know what I mean? I got to, wait till this rain and the grass dries up a little bit because, everything's fresh. So when you cutting grass and chopping wheat, man, that shit's going to be so crazy. I'm going to be looking like the green monster out there. I got to wear a whole uniform when I'm, weed eating and shit like that. All the grass all over you. I got to wear a fucking like a damn windshield on your face because grass will be everywhere and it's gonna stick all over your body, and it's gonna stain anything you wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember back in the day we used to play football out there, baseball out there in the backyard and shit, or we was playing in the field, we slide in our jeans and get them grass stains. You couldn't get out. Your mom would be pissed off, like, damn it, boy, what else you knew? That's your school pants. Oh, my mom, remember those days when you get them grass stains? Man, I'm out here doing yard work, man, and that grass, that shit is so fresh, man, stain your whole outfit. Your shit will be fucking green, stained too. You know what I mean? So I'm looking outside. I'm like, man, I ain't looking forward to this shit, man. I'm not looking forward to this shit at all. Oh, I also had to do some musical dogs. I had to move Coco. I had to move Coco out of the 4th tier, which is my Malinois. I do remember the time, you guys, where I brought my Malinois into the jungle of the 4th tier amongst the bulldogs, the bull breed type dogs, and the jungle. They wilding out and they doing all kind of extra credit stuff, and she was very meek and mild. Probably that first 3 months, she was very meek and mild. She didn't adopt their energy, which I was like, cool. I was grateful for. I was like, yeah, good. Well, that shit changed. You know what I'm saying? That shit changed over time. And she adopted the bulldog mentality. Like, she wants all the smoke. And then not only does she want all the smoke, she's doing all the extra credit because, they're very smart dogs, them shepherd type dogs. We all know this. If you've owned a shepherd dog, you already know that they're very smart. So they pick up very fast. So they mimic the ones that they see doing the most. And that's what she did. But her bark, that Malinois bark, oh my God. I told y'all about that Mariah Carey, that when Mariah Carey hit them high notes, that so piercing high note that Mariah Carey hits, man, that bitch will bark the highest pitch bark you ever heard, so piercing in your ear. Man, that shit was getting on my damn nerves, you guys. It was getting on my nerves. And she would luckily, she would only hit the 3 cadence. She would hit the, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3. She wasn't just like the bulldogs. They keep barking. That bitch hit you 1, 2, 3. But it's the most piercing, man, the most vicious, man. Oh my God. Anytime I come down, she want me to pet her. She want me to love on her. When she do that shit, I don't give her no love. Like, bitch, I told you to stop that shit, bitch. But anyway, I finally was like, you know what, Coco, I love you, Coco, but that bark, I can't deal with that shit, bitch, when I'm down there. You know what I'm saying? And she stops once I feed her, but as soon as I'm down there, that Mariah Carey hit, and I'm like, nah, bitch, So I had to move her to isolation. I got a spot where it's just isolated at 10 by 10, and I took the tarp down because she'll tear up any tarp, anything, man. You got a Malinois, man. I mean, a lot of my dogs just do that shit too. Even Red Tiger's fucking nut. You know what I mean? His ass, old Junior over there. Said he doing what his daddy ain't doing because I put a little extra in his DNA. So now that nigga think he Michael Jordan and shit. You know what I'm saying? His daddy didn't have a hop, so he got the hops. He over there tearing down tarps and roofs and shit too now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, be careful what you dream for, you just might get it, right? You ever heard that saying? Be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Be careful what you dream for. Be careful what you dream for and what you draw up in your lab, because you just might get it. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? So anyway, I moved Coco to the 10 by 10 where she ain't got nobody near her ass. She can calm her ass down. She can't see nobody, act like nobody. She could just be in her 10 by 10 and chill the fuck out because that bitch was starting to get on my nerves. And I mean, she's a beauty, man. I love that bitch too. I mean, I love her, but it's like a love hate. It's like, bitch, come on now. You know what I mean? And she'll do that pace, 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 pace. You know, them mouths don't get tired. At least this one don't. Pace, 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 pace. So imagine how much food you got to feed a dog that paces like that. How much calories that bitch be burning. Bitch be so active that you feed her. As soon as you feed her, she instantly taking a shit. And it's diarrhea. Because she ain't letting her food digest because she's so active. You know what I'm saying? She's so, you know, she's just too much. So that shit just run right through her. So, you know, I had to go and put her in isolation. And I've had dogs that acted like her before that I put in their own little isolation. I got my own little spot over there. And they are always, every one of them calm down. They calm down and everything's cool. So now she in her spot. She's been there for probably like 5 days and she's calm now. Ain't that something? You know, I see her getting anxiety because she knows where I'm going, but at the same time, you know, she can't see it. She can sense it, but she can't see it. So she can't mimic what she's seeing because, you know, it's all competitive energy, you know, with the dogs. It's all competitive. They competing for me, you know. So I got her in that space and so far so good. So, you know, I mean, she's calmed down. She's, you know, she's chill. She has no influence, which is very, very great. I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. Other than that, solid week. Like I said, I'm just not looking forward to doing this yard work. I got a lot of yard work. Um, you know, got a lot of shit I got to do in the, you know, in the training area. You know, I'm just not looking forward to it, but I mean, it's got to be done, right? One man band. The one man band. I do everything. I play all the instruments. I do all the jobs. I should be part Jamaican. Salute to my Jamaican brothers and sisters. I do all the jobs. Oh my God, there's so much work over here. So much work, and more work 3 times. But other than that, I'm grateful. God is good. Let me get a drink. Let me get a drink, man. Cheers to you guys. Oh man, we got a great cook up tonight. Let me put it on the ticker before I add the link. Cause I know Reddy gonna say, Coach, man, make sure you put that shit on the ticker. So tonight I want to talk about the Diplomat Dogman versus the Dictator Dogman. I want to talk about these two type dogmen or women, right? Whichever one you are. This is very important that we talk about this. It's very important that we understand the two types as well and why we should pay attention to them. I know you guys probably watch I think QBNK. Raul, maybe I said his kennel name wrong or whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He used to do the XL bullies. Y'all know I had a bully program back in the day. I wanted to make high performance bullies, you know, XL type high performance bullies. You know, got the DNA, all the shit. But you know, my mission changed because it's not something, you know, the bully market is not for high performance. Whether I have a vision to make it or not, it's not for that. And why should I reinvent the wheel that's already made? So I scrapped my shit, scrapped that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? However, you know, like I always tell y'all, coaches at everybody's games. You know, very busy, but I study. I studied my craft. I watch. You know, it's like how people watch all the sports and they do sports betting. I'm not here betting on dogs, but you know, I watch all the games. You know what I mean? I got the Dogman game ticket. If they had a Dogman game ticket channel, I'll probably be the #1 subscriber to them, and I watch them all. So I pay attention to Raul and at QBN, and back when he said that he decided to move and pivot. He called it a pivot, and he was pivoting to the pocket. And his reason was because the XL, you know, pretty much wasn't, moving in the direction that he felt that he wanted to move in, and that was his lane, was the XL lane, right? Straight and correct, I guess, is what his thing was, right? And he was going to the pocket so that he could implement that, I guess, maybe back into his XL to rebuild it, right? Because he didn't like the way it was going with the XL, the Mastiff type XLs. Now, when he was saying that, it didn't make any sense to me. And like I said, much respect to you, Raul, if you listen to this. If you do, if you don't, whatever. I'm just saying, respect to you. I got respect for all you dogmen. So I'm not talking. I'll never talk down on what you're about, but it does tie into what we're talking about tonight. I was really puzzled, right? Because I'm a I'm the Elon Musk of this shit, man. I know how to cook when it comes to dogs. So when he decided to go to a pocket to add to his XL to build it back up to get those features, right? It didn't make sense to me genetically, mathematically. It didn't add up. I'm like what? Why would you do that? And at the time, I already knew Aria from Samba Kennels. Right? I already knew her. She's a friend of mine. And I knew what she was doing with the Brazilian bull. And I remembered when he said that, I was thinking to myself, why would you not fuck with Aria? Right? That's what I was thinking when he said that. It didn't make no sense. So when I was doing the math in my head, I'm like, well, shit, there's only one reason. Ain't no two reasons. No, maybe two, but really one reason. The one reason why you wouldn't fuck with Aria and with them Brazilian bulls is the fact that they already got the recipe. They got what you're looking for, and you have a wave already, and her wave is new, even though it's not new in their arena, but it's new to the bully arena, and then you didn't pioneer it. That's what I was thinking to myself. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to you, Ro. I'm just saying, this is what I'm thinking. Because I'm in the classroom, I take notes. Then I'm like a scout. I'm taking notes. Like, that don't make no sense. Let me do the math on that shit. So I'm like, damn, the only reason why you wouldn't fuck with Aria is because Aria got the wave, and that's not your wave. And then if you add that wave to your wave, then you really gonna have to give your credit to Aria. So then now she's the flag runner. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, okay. I'm like, damn, is Raul a dictator in this? Is he trying to be a dictator in this damn bully game? Because I know he got the stage, but is he trying to dictate versus being diplomatic and being like, shit, that Brazilian bull, whatever they want to call it, Aria and them, she pushing the campaign. That shit looking better than my shit. So that puzzled me when he's decided to go down to the pocket and do that, right? So, I don't assume anything. That was just in my mind, whatever. Okay, Raul, you do what you want to do, man. That's your shit. You got a plan. Hey, let me see it, right? So then he did a show, and he was talking about the Brazilian bull and saying that, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't add it. I wouldn't do this. And, they adding Mastiff and all this type of stuff, and they doing all this. And, I don't agree with it being mixed into the bully and all that stuff, right? So then I'm thinking to myself, too, because I'm doing the math when he's talking. I'm like, Raul, you already know that the bully's a collage of different type of bull breeds and Mastiff, especially the XL, all that shit. All that shit mixed in, right? The pocket, all that shit, all is a mix. It's a collage of mixes. So for you to downplay the Brazilian bull as a mix and all that shit, but you won't add that and you don't want that added, it's like, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. That's the bully recipe. They're not doing nothing different than what them bullies in them pockets did. The only difference that they was doing, or that they did, was they was telling you the truth about the recipe versus the bully game. They was lying. They was paper hanging and lying. We know that because all the people that was founders, they start telling on each other. Remember, they start snitching like the streets. Oh, Dave Wilson really added this. You know, remember we talked about that too. You know what I mean? All the people that was fucking with Dave, they was telling that Dave's sauce and all them people sauces. So when Raul said that, like he, you know what I mean? Like he downplayed the Brazilian bull because of maybe Mastiff was in and Borbos and all that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, that's the XL. But then he's saying like that's the reason why he wasn't really fucking with the XL. Well, it's like, well, hold on, bro. That shit was already mixed even in the stuff you got. Might have been washed out, watered down, but we know they already been mixing that stuff too. So anyway, that was, that was that, right? That was that. I was like, okay, well, all right, whatever. Then he did an interview. And this is not about Raul. I'm just giving y'all an example, okay? And he did an interview with Aria. And shout out to Aria because when he was talking down on the Brazilian bull, she was in the chat. And she was, she was defending it, but being very diplomatic. So, diplomatic. You feel me? Not a dictator. She was being diplomatic about it. Hey, if you would like to come and see, I will invite you. That's a diplomat. She could have been on her, oh, this motherfucker, I've been on you, been talking shit and hating. She could have been on that. No, that's not what she did. She was diplomatic in the chat. Raul knows who she is. On the low, if I was Aria, you taking digs at me on the low. Raul, I know you talking about me and my Brazilian bulls or whatever they want to call them, pit monsters. I know you talk about me. I know you've been seeing me. I know your people been showing me, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? But how she handled that put Raul on the spot. Where Raul's like, yeah, hey, we can meet, what I'm saying? We're going to meet halfway. Woo-woo. Guess who took him up on that? Aria. I'm going to come to you. Where you want to meet? Let's talk about it. Boom. They meet, they talk. He did a show. And oh, how the coin flipped. Y'all, if y'all paid attention, y'all know what I'm talking about. He all for that shit now, ain't he? All for it. Now, when I first heard him, like I told y'all, like I said, I'm a scout, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a scout. Like I'm taking notes, all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm, that's what you do when you top tier in the game. You take notes. You're like, damn it, man, that is shit, man. Raul, what you saying don't add up. Raul, nigga, I'm Elon Musk of this shit. I'm doing the math, man. We over there, we breaking it down, building back up. Wait. You gonna take a pocket and try to build it back up to an XL? That shit don't make no motherfucking sense. I'm up there doing the math, balling my paper up. Hold on, let me try it again. Doing the math, balling my paper up. That shit don't make no fucking sense. But then I'm looking at Aria and the pit bull, whatever they call that, Brazilian bull. And I'm like, yo, that's the math. They got the math. Add that to Fireball, or whatever you got. All add that. Use their hard work. Add that to your recipe. Now, woo, now you can, make a better version of their shit. But for you to do that, boom. When I heard Raul flip the coin and then also admit that he was wrong, man, I saluted him on that. I gave him a round of applause. I was like, Raul, man, you earn my respect, brother. You earn my respect. Because you had an ear to hear Aria, and then she said, hey, I'm going to come to you. She comes to you, shows you, does a show and tell, not the talking. Show and tell, look. Had you like, damn. Okay. Shit. Damn, okay. Sold you. And as a man, you admitted your wrongdoing, man. That's very diplomatic of you, Raul. And as a diplomatic dog man myself, I salute that, man. I salute that because, I was kind of feeling like you was trying to be a dictator, a gatekeeper or something. A hypocrite. Because in the bully game, that shit's fucking fake sauce, fake papers, all kind of shit thrown up in them damn American bullies. You know that. Why couldn't the Brazilian bull be added to the XL bully? Huh? Same shit. Everything they added is already in them damn dogs. They just got their own dogs that they use. See what I'm saying? It's like how we talk as dogmen over here, right? I'm gonna send a link in a minute. See, we talk openly. I can tell you my whole recipe, but that doesn't mean you're gonna choose the same ingredients as me. I can tell you each and every breed that I use, but that don't mean you're gonna choose the exact blood genetic characteristics that I'm gonna use. With the Brazilian pit monster, whatever they call them damn dogs, you know what I'm saying? Respect to those dogs, but whatever they call them, you know, they transparent with their shit. American bullies, they not. They don't want you to get the sauce. They want to have the edge. Just like with the game pit bull, they want you to have the edge. They don't want you to have the edge. They ain't gonna give you the sauce. They're gonna paper hang. So anyway, salute to Raul. Salute to Aria. Salute to the Diplomatic Dogman. But we're gonna talk about this. You know, we're gonna talk about this and what y'all think about, you know, what a Diplomatic Dogman is and what a Dictator Dogman is, who in the dog game you might think might be pushing a dictatorship on the dog game itself. Like, we're gonna talk in depth because this is very important. And I want us to understand the difference between the two and pick which side you want to be on as a dog man. You know what I'm saying? Because some people really got their campaign. They're going to push it by any means necessary, regardless of whoever else got something to say about it, which is, I mean, hey. But there's some who, you know, let's come to the table. Let's talk, man. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. So we're going to drop that link. And we're going to cook, man. We're going to cook on this because this is a great topic. My man, hey, salute, Raul. Much love and respect, because you had me puzzled, man. I was puzzled. I was puzzled. I couldn't do the math. Why would I would never go to a pocket to an XL again to make another XL. That shit don't make no sense. But guess what he said? He said he's gonna get one of those Brazilian bulls. He did say that though, which is smart. So salute to you, Raul. But hey, I just dropped the link, man. Let's cook. Let's cook. Let's cook. Let's cook it up. Let's cook it up. I just dropped the link. If you got qualified, hit the link. We're gonna cook. Yeah, Nell Max said he thinks anything different will change the temperament. She proved him wrong. I mean, yeah, I mean that could happen. That definitely could happen. Duro.
What up, coach?
What's up, family?
What's that word?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Oh man, we getting feedback. I think Duro, we got a little feedback or something.
Hold on.
And then you're like low too.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but it's
hold on.
Okay, man.
Fucking echo going on here.
I know. Hold on. Let me put mute. All right. Hello. Yeah, that's Duro. Duro, you're gonna have to come back in because your microphone is like, I just muted you, so now we don't have no echo right now. So you might want to come back in or something. See, I just unmuted you. Okay, now we're good.
Yeah, what's good, y'all?
You know, God is good first and foremost.
Of course.
I'm ready.
Yeah, man. What's up, Caveman? What's up, Coach? What's up, chat?
Did you guys see that jump off with Raul and the pit monster? Did you get a chance to see that?
Pit monster, right? The Brazilian pit monster.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yes.
I mean,
Bits and pieces.
I like how she handled it. Yeah, she handled it with class and everything, like positive.
Yeah, because she was under attack the whole time, huh?
Right?
Yep.
And like he was under like doing a little under dig, you feel me, for a while.
Undermining, yep.
You know, for a
real.
minute.
Yeah.
And I was peeping it, and you know, like I said, I'm in the back, so I ain't gonna say nothing. That's your business, you know what I mean? But you know, knowing her and then what she's done and her, you know, their community and stuff like that, it's like, bro, you're like damn near hating and shit. Like you trying to be a gatekeeper and shit. Like that shit ain't cool.
Yeah, this dog is the future, man.
I mean, it's killing the XL bully. Period.
Yep.
Why would you not add that to your recipe?
Whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, I see his point. But
yeah, we still getting the echo.
just
Still hear the echo?
Yeah, your joint,
yeah,
that joint echo.
All right, hold on.
All right, go ahead, Caveman.
how about now?
No, it's not you. It was Duro.
Yeah, sounds better. Mm-hmm. Oh,
It was Duro's. I don't know what it is, but it was Duro's.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good that he brought it up. Now we're all talking about it. She gets to defend her dog.
Correct.
But he's got a point to the Mastiff being in there. The bully's not supposed to be active or aggressive at all.
Yeah, I get that, but the Mastiff already been in there.
Yeah,
you know
it's just more or less. He's like, well, the problem is I think he wants to have the bully be only one breed without classes, and what he owns to be what the breed standard is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some really nice dogs. They're all, I mean, uniform too, pretty much.
But for you to scrap your program, right?
They're not XL.
But like I said, but for you to scrap your program and then not go in and just talk to Aria yourself, you know, like take your pride, throw that shit out in the trash, be a diplomat, and be like, yo, I see you, you know, you got a buzz over here. Matter of fact, the dogs that you got is, I mean, like, give her props. Like, you know, yeah, I mean, there's dogs that we see, there's no dog is perfect, right? But at the same time, you see that structure, you got what you got over there that you like, they're clean and correct. You throw that with one of them damn pit monsters, you might make some magic.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I would have thought in my mind. Like I would have never went with no pocket. I would never go backwards to go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me, mathematically, that's why I was like, I'm doing the math in my head genetically, like, wait, I'm gonna drop my shit down, and then I gotta figure out how to keep the features and bring it back up again. That shit don't make no sense.
No.
I mean, it'll take me a while to do it. I'm sure he could probably do it over time, right? Because you know, everything is possible.
He just looking for extra dome size headpiece. That's what it looked like.
Nah, I think he wanted that, you know, because if you think about how those pockets are built, you know, it's kind of like how our boy, well, not our boy, but Muscle Tone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like how Bashar, you know, got his, you know, damn near like an extreme bully type.
Yeah.
That, you know, that's the wave right now for them bullies, is the extreme bully type. You know, like that clean and correct is cool, right? I respect it, but it's not going, it's, you know, it ain't going to get the wow factor, it ain't going to have them going crazy. You know what I mean? Like I said, if Arya brought one of them pit bully, you know, them pit monsters in there in the ring versus one of Raul's, no disrespect to Raul's, you know, dogs, but I mean, shit, she gonna win.
Hell yeah.
Whether they got that close eye set or not.
But that joint actually looks like what a bully should look like. That's
correct.
What, to me, you know what
correct.
I'm saying? Watermelon head,
short muzzle,
all the way cut ups, short muzzle, square,
bone,
mad bone. Yeah, this joint's over weight building. That joint's a super weight builder right there. That joint had muscles I didn't know they could have.
But you know what? You know what's so you know what's dope about their formula is that they will show the pedigree with the bulldog in it. They're using oldies, American bulldogs, and bullies.
Yeah.
So you know, with the oldie, right? The oldie got all kind of sauce in it. They're allowed to mix breeds, the oldies. So they got the Mastiff in them oldies.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it 1,000.
So ain't there already Mastiff in the Bully anyway that they're bringing in there?
Yeah. Well, in the XL, there's Mastiff in the Bully.
Yeah.
If they threw the Rottweiler in there, we know the Rottweiler is a
But
Mastiff
that color, yeah.
That's why I said it's like when you say, "Oh, I don't want the Mastiff in there because, let's say, temperament and stuff like that." Okay, you know, I understand it to that degree of temperament. You know, if you do the F1 and shit like that, I get that part. However, you know, there's people that already did it for you, washed it out enough for you to still use it.
Right.
You ain't gotta go and F1 a Mastiff in your shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you ain't got to. Everybody done mix all kind of shit up in their stuff. You know, find the one that fits what you need the most, and then add it in there. You know what I'm saying? And even with the temperament, just like I was telling y'all about my Malinois, like dogs, and this is something that you was talking about, K-Man, about the environment and how that kind of sets your dog up too. The dogs adopt their environment.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have packs of dogs. So you might have a dog with a Mastiff type, mean bite type, you know, mentality. But if it's around some real docile type dogs and shit, you know, that shit will calm it. That the dog will calm down because it wants to be a part of the pack.
Yeah.
Or if you got high-strung dogs like I got that want all the rah, rah, rah and all the other shit, you know, a Malinois, you know, shit, she cool, calm, collected. You know what I mean? Get busy when she want to, but now she like, oh, I gotta be rah, rah, rah like these nuts.
Yeah, and they gonna be killing stuff out there.
Oh man, that Malinois thinks she a bulldog, man. I guarantee you she want to get down and want to get into a fight. You know what I mean? We don't condone that, but I guarantee you she want to get with she want all that. She see it, she want it.
Yeah.
Because that's the environment. Oh, that's what you guys are doing. Oh, the alpha, which is daddy, he coming around. That's how y'all acting. Oh, I gotta act the same way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all tearing shit, biting the fences, biting the bars. I'm gonna bite the bars too. Like, damn it, bitch. Y'all jumping up, tearing down roofs. I'm gonna tear down the roof too. What? Damn. So that's the same thing with, you know, these dogs with this temperament type stuff. It's like a dog's temperament can be shaped unless it's a dumb dog. And you got a dumb dog, that's different. We're not talking about dumb dogs. We're talking about dogs with a brain that can understand, okay, I gotta adjust to the pack.
Right.
So I'm just respecting the fact that Raul showed me that he is not a dictator. Because at first I felt like, okay, damn, there you a gatekeeper now. You know, I respect your wave and what you've done, but I mean, come on, man, we gotta be humble in the field now. We gotta be humble in the field. If somebody come up there and showing you something, we gotta give them their respect.
Yeah. Have you seen the Brazilian bull working?
No, I haven't. But I've seen the let's see, Duro. We don't have an echo this time. Can you hear us?
Hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, no echo too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, bingo. Show Nafa. Salute, show Nafa. Yeah, but go ahead. Ready? What were you saying?
Now I said, did you ever see the Brazilian pit monster at work working?
No, see, this is what I want to see. So I know the sauce, right? I was watching Thrower Bullies, and he got a live that he do, and he was breaking down that the sauce, and you know, he was saying that the Brazilian pit monster is pretty much an American bully, which he's correct. And he was breaking down the sauce because you know they don't lie about their sauce, and they were talking about the foundation bulldogs and oldies and where they got them from. And so I went ahead and, you know, did my research because I like to go and do my studies. I'm like, okay, well, shit, where they get it look from? And then I see where they get that look, and they're foundation bulldogs, right? And oldies. right? Sunshine Bulls. Y'all go check them out in Brazil. Now, you know, with them bulldogs, same thing I was dealing with Red Tiger, right? Extreme drive, extreme frames, bonehead, all the shit, man. But they can't breathe worth a goddamn. Can't. Because remember, that's that line I've been trying to figure out. Now, a lot of dogmen, you know, we talked about Vito and all them bulldog guys been trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do now, which is try to figure out how to put an extreme frame, extreme body, and put performance in an extreme bulldog type dog. That's damn near mission impossible. So when I'm seeing their formula and I'm seeing those dogs, the oldies, yeah, they got the frames. That's where them frames come from. That's where those heads come from. That's where those close eyes come from. It comes from that foundation bulldog and oldie. You can see it in them dogs, the wide frame, the bone, all that shit. But the breathing is shit. Now watch this. Them dogs, them bullies is companion breed. So why they need to breathe for?
See.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't expect them to perform, to be honest. I wouldn't expect them to perform because they're bullies. You put them in a bully lane, I don't expect no bully to perform. I'm talking about a bully type dog, not no big dogs. And you say because it's a big dog and it's not a pit bull, it's a bully. No, we talking about the bully standard type, bully type dogs. Wide, muscular, big, bully type. Extreme. I wouldn't expect them to be able to work. Ready? Me personally.
So it's a couch potato and a photo op.
I wouldn't say it's a couch potato ready. I wouldn't say it's a working dog.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. You know, a dog can run around and fetch the ball for a little bit and sit down and plop and cool. We talking about, we over here, we talking performance.
Yeah.
You got to put in some work. I don't want to see you get tired.
I would expect it to be able to be good at like weight pulling, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. The way it looked. You got that bulldog in there.
I can see that. But see, when you smush them damn muzzles in, because that's what them bullies like. They like them short 3-finger, 2-finger type muzzles. That don't help with breathing. We already know that shit. That don't help with breathing at all. Then when you got them muscular necks, remember I talked about that muscular neck. Remember I told you about Red Tiger Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing I see his dad in him every day because he looked like his daddy. But I'm seeing even with the breathing, when he get riled up and going crazy, I hear that breathing. It's not as bad as his daddy, but I still hear it. And it's because he got a big ass muscular ass neck. All that muscle around your throat, that don't help with the breathing. You look at greyhounds, look at, these dogs with them long necks. That's not a long neck for no reason. That helps breathing. So that Brazilian pit monster, that's muscle all over the body. He look like a bulldog. But his muzzle ain't smushed all the way in. So I wouldn't think it would be able to perform at a high level. And honestly, with those dogs, that's not required. I don't think so. But the formula won't allow you to do it because they got a lot of F1, F2, F3. Like you would really have to, you would have to sacrifice that extreme look if you wanted to perform. You would have to, because that's the thin line that I have to tightrope that because I'm really leaning. I need performance more than the looks, but I need the look too. So, I got to straddle that line, which is very hard to straddle when you're talking about an extreme bully type dog. It's damn near Mission Impossible. It's damn near Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
Yeah, you got to shred them down, cut that weight down.
They just can't be so muscular like a bodybuilder. They can't be extreme. Yeah. That's what I'm learning. It's like you want them wide frames, you want them big bones, you want them big thick muscles and shit. You're gonna sacrifice performance for that shit. That's just period.com. It's just I'm trying to figure it out. I'm still working on it, but I don't know if I can because a lot of people before me has been trying to do it and they failed.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put something else in there that's gonna give a longer muzzle and shorten that neck. Like,
Nah, they gotta make the neck longer. And less muscle in it.
yeah, that's what I mean. Less muscle.
But then guess what? That defeats the purpose of that bully type dog. So there's the line. You feel me? There's the line that you have to
And
walk.
be that dog then. And then go and be that dog then if you do it like that.
Chris says, according to Aria, the Brazilian Bull is 44% American Bully, 38% American Bulldog, 18% APPT on average. Okay, so remember the American Bullies is a collage of all kind of shit. Understand that part.
Yeah. And the master on it.
All of it's in there. We already know all that shit. Frenchie, Mastiff, all kind of bulldogs, pit bulls, staffs. It's all kind of shit in the American Bully. All kind of shit, Ty. But like I said, we want to give props to Raul and Aria for being diplomatic about their dogmanship. You know, because Aria could have took it the wrong way. She could have been on the defense. When he was talking, when he was talking down on the Brazilian Bulldog, she could have been on the defense, but that's not what she did. Which I'm sure caught Raul by surprise. Oh shit, it's Aria, the #1 campaigner for the Brazilian Bulldog in my chat. Oh shit. And she's not talking shit. She's not saying, oh nigga, what the fuck you talking about, nigga? You ain't no shit, nigga. My shit is killing your shit, nigga. Who the fuck you know? Like, she could have did all that. She could have been flexing. But she winning. She winning right now. And Raul could have been, extra credit. He could have been prima donna on her ass too, but he didn't. So I like I said, I want to bring this topic up because there's a lot of dog people or dogmen or women who want to be gatekeepers so bad, or they might have had the gate at one time, but they don't want to make room for others who want to go past the gate. They don't want there's nothing going past this gate. And for us who do performance dogs, that is not how we progress. That's not how the dogs get better. If we hold the gate and we don't allow other dog men with other ideas, other visions, other dogs to come in and be like, look at this. And as soon as we see something different than what we projected or what we established, oh, that ain't shit. Oh man, no, hell no, we can't use that. Oh, no, that's some bullshit. You know how it is. They dictating being a dog man or dog woman. And we will never progress the dogs being dictators as dogmen. We would never. Everybody should be able to have a voice, even if your stuff don't make sense mathematically. That's fine. You just don't know how to do the math yet. I'm not going to downplay you and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do it. Why? You just don't comprehend. It's over your head. Even if I did downplay you and try to break you down, you wouldn't even understand the math anyway. So why I'm going to do it? Why would I do? You're not there yet. So I'm not going to dictate you or clown you or say anything that you're doing is wrong because you're just not there yet. However, if you want to come and talk to me, you want to be on that Jodeci, that come and talk to me, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? We can sit down at the table. We can talk about it. You know what I mean? I'm going to hear you out. You hear me out. Okay, cool. You got some good points. However, okay, cool. You got some good points, coach. However, cool. All right, cool. Let's build off of that. Let's build off of that because we building for the dogs. And what I saw with that example of Raul and Aria with the Brazilian pit monsters that they was able to build. Now Raul's a fan. Where before he kind of seemed like he was a hater. And that to me, I didn't comprehend it at all. I just was like, come on. I was like, oh, and I'm like, there's no way I would be like going to a pocket right now unless I'm gonna have me a pocket and just have me some XLs and I'm gonna have my pocket, show my pockets, show my XLs. I wouldn't go backwards to go forwards. That's just, I mean, that shit just didn't make no sense. And the first thing I thought was like, why are you not fucking with Aria? And then he talked about the Brazilian pit monster, and then I got it. I got it. Okay. Oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? She passed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she passed him with something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, she came with the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no shit that, you know what I mean, that he was fucking with or people that he knows was fucking with. No, she came with a foreign and shit. She brought a foreign to America and was smacking them.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the we always talk about with the game dog community, like this is the game dog shit, you know. I mean, you already know what that's all about. That's all about the dictator. There's no diplomats in the game dogs. We know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're just gonna try to downplay your dogs and tell you what your dogs ain't shit.
Right.
You don't got the right blood.
Your shit ain't fucking 30 years old. your shit ain't fucking like what? Are you serious? But that is, you know, that's the dictator.
Yeah.
Dogman.
They don't know no other way.
And that's why there's no progression. There's no progression in that community. There's no progression in the dog. You know, there's no progression in the movement because there's dictators, there's gatekeepers. Go ahead. Did you who said something? Was that you, Doro?
Yeah, I said at that point, how would you though? How could you make a dog in that community? How could you make it better?
I mean, you can't because that community wouldn't even accept, even if you did, Doro, that community wouldn't even accept you.
Right.
Because there's gatekeepers that aren't even keepers of the gate. I could see if the person who made those dogs was still alive making them. And they had such a threshold and a lock on the gate that, you know, they standing firm. Like, let's say like Tom Gardner, for example. He's got a gate. He can hold on to it. That's him. But I don't hear him talking like that. He don't get involved in that. You know what I'm saying? He a millionaire with his shit. So he ain't worried about the shit time. He ain't worried about that. But there's a lot of people in that particular community who are dog dictators that are not qualified. You are not qualified to dictate anything in that community. You didn't make the lines that you know, gatekeeping for. You didn't make that shit. You representing them. You a cheerleader.
Right.
What do they call those? Lobbyist. You're a lobbyist, but you don't represent the gate that you like. You know what I'm saying? You're not the keeper of that gate. So there is no progression of that breed until the community is wiped out and hit the reset. Then that reset could reset the whole vision for the breed and then move it forward. But if the vision of the breed is still 1980, 1990, we still living in the past of what they used to do that's not allowed today, and we're projecting that as what the dogs are as far as like what's being produced, and which is a lie, then of course, you know, I mean, shit, there's no diplomacy in that. And that's why I was telling Drake. And that's why I was telling Drake too, like Samurai Kennels. I told Drake, like, yo, you gotta scrap that shit, man. You know, do you? You can't be a diplomat. You're not gonna go in there in foreign territory and get them to sign a peace treaty. These niggas, they don't want no peace.
You told Dre to scrap his program?
Scrap the pit bull type movement.
Oh.
Not what he doing with, his yellow dogs. But you know what I'm saying? Like trying to do, how he was trying to bring the pit bull community together and do all that shit.
You gotta stay in his own lane,
Mm-hmm.
man.
That's why I was like, do you, Dre? Whatever you doing, do you. Shogun, that's your shit. Yellow dogs, that's your shit. You trying to do APBT, that's a community in there that you're up against a whole wave that's not really for what you pushing. Versus, okay, organically starting your own shit and doing you organically. Yeah, I might not get the movement that you probably will want right away, but eventually, you know what I'm saying? If you started from the root up, that's going to be more sustainable than, trying to cherry pick out of a community that's with a whole bunch of bad fruit.
Yeah, you right.
And that's why I scrapped my pit bull program. I put my semen on ice. I scrapped that shit. Fuck that shit. I ain't fucking with that shit. I love the breed.
It's over.
But I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking with that shit. I put that shit on ice. The shit of my dog. If I want to make me a pit bull later on, just for my own pet, I'm gonna have one. Okay, let me cook one up. I got the DNA. I'll cook one for myself. Have my own pit bull pet. Hey, look. So I can reminisce on the pit bull. But to think that I can progress it, which of course, I know I can. But to think that I'm gonna get accepted for progressing it, nah. That shit got to hit the reset button
early.
And it's sad. It's sad, man. It doesn't do nothing for the dogs. If we're as dogmen and dog women, if we're not doing this shit for the dogs, what we doing it for? For your own clout? For your pat on the back? For people to put you on a pedestal? For people to watch you and listen to you? That's what you're doing it for? We should be doing this shit for the dogs.
Yep.
Now watch this. I'm gonna say this.
I think.
Go ahead, Doro. Go ahead.
I think sometimes a while back it stopped being about the dogs and it's more so about the content. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the next person is doing and it's a trend, then that's what it becomes. You know what I mean? So it's not really so much about the dogs. You ain't really doing it for that. Trying to do it for the money, the clout, you know what I mean, and the content. Because that's what's going to help you stay irrelevant in the algorithm.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's the only thing that's going to get views. That's why I say the classroom, we talk about the classroom and how few people is going to be in the classroom. And we accept this because it's not entertainment in the classroom. It's about learning. And when you what they say, if you want, man, it's something about a book. If you want people not to show up or something like that, put it in the book. Anyway, the classroom don't attract people because it takes a lot of mental work. Anything worth working for, you're going to have few people showing up for. Okay. Think about all the high paying jobs and why they make for you to qualify for that. The level to qualify is going to be hard, whether it's the skill set, the schooling, it's hard. And few people get those high paying jobs. Same thing with these dogs. You want to campaign and do things like Aria or even work hard like Raul or whoever else who's any other dogman that's legendary with their dogs, not with their mouth, but with their dogs. There you go. Let me put that in there. Matt's, what's that? Matt's, Matt's Trias. Man, if I'm slaughtering your name, please forgive me. He said, hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Facts. That's what I was trying to say. That's the truth. Because it requires us to use our brains and work. But like you said, Duro, entertainment, content, people showing up for that. But making the dogs better, putting the dogs in a better light, experimenting in the lab to make dogs better. We have a great platform when it comes to performance dogs because we can use this platform to make dogs better. We can take these ideas as a super dogman computer, take all these ideas and shit that we hearing and we talking about, and we can actually use it and do it. Like, yo, we was talking on the coaches live and shit in the classroom that they was talking about this dog and that dog and this variant. I didn't even think about that. Matter of fact, I bought me one of those, cooked it up. Look what I made. And then we see what you made, and you took an idea, you took it to a whole nother level. That's what this shit's about. That's what this shit's about.
Yep.
Fuck, oh shit, Coach got 1,000 views and 20,000 views and shit and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, it ain't about the coach. I like it when AK get 100,000 views or Black Hawk get 2,500 likes. That's not coach getting those likes. That's Black Hawk getting those likes. So we doing this shit for the dogs, man. And then also, too, now I digress because I'm going to let y'all cook. Also, too, right? The young dog men. I met a lot of young dog men who, and even dog women who, inspire me, too, with their visions and stuff. Because I remember the time. I'll be on that Michael Jack. Do you remember the time? I'm like, damn it, man. I remember the time when I was like that. And I give y'all my ear to hear. I listen. Most of these motherfucking dictator dogmen won't even fucking listen to your ass.
Mm-hmm.
They ignore you, all that shit. I listen. I hear it. Okay, cool. I encourage. Now, my vision is not going to be your vision. My thought process is not going to be your thought process. But who am I to put a damper on what you're thinking about? Just because I got my experience. I'm not going to damper your vision and your dreams because that's how we elevate. That's how we elevate the dogs with visions and dreams. So I love to listen and hear it, even though I might not do it. But hey, I'm not going to be like, oh, man, fuck that. Don't do that shit. Oh, man, are you stupid? Or, oh, man, I'm just going to ignore you. Because that's what a lot of these dog men do. These dictator dog men do. They ignore you. They just blow you off like you ain't shit, like they know everything. Nah, ain't nothing new under the sun. We always talk about that shit too. I might know some shit, but I guarantee you the forefathers of 4 more fathers before me knew it before me too. So I didn't invent the shit. I might be implementing what I learned because a lot of people learn shit, but they don't apply it. They hear it, they regurgitate it, but they don't put it in action. So they're just experts on shit they don't even be doing. We call those commentators and shit. And nothing against commentators, but I'm just saying there's a difference between a commentator, a spectator, and a player. There's a difference. Okay? I can commentate my own games because I'm a player coach. I can break my own shit down. I'll be in the classroom. I break my own shit down. Oh, I fucked up. Yep, I fucked up. Oh, shit, I did something good. Yeah, I did something good. Oh, I can do that because I'm actually doing the shit I'm talking about. But like you said, Duro, a lot of these people just be on the content, which is fine. But if you content, that's who you are. You content. That's your lane. That's your lane.
I'm a creator.
Yeah, that's your lane.
Right.
Then we can respect that.
Right.
But if you really in the field with this shit and you trying to dictate shit like you the originator, you started shit, you the gatekeeper, you low-key hating on motherfuckers and shit like that. That shit we're never gonna progress the dogs thinking like that, acting like that. We'll never ever progress these dogs being that way, a dictator dogman. And if that's who you are in the dog game, you need to fucking stop that shit. It's lame. But I digress. I'll let y'all go ahead and cook.
Anybody want to grab it?
Go ahead, man.
I was just getting ready to ask you what you've been researching.
Shit. I want to talk about what's on the ticker. So So like basically, I'm the diplomat dogman. I ain't dissing.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I'm not dissing nobody's program. I want everybody to win, and I want to do what I gotta do. I still want to do everything with my brothers. Still the same thing that we wanted to do from the beginning. I'm still on that. No matter how people feel, I'm still on that time. And yeah,
Bro.
what's the other shit? The dictators. Yeah, that's the hater. The ones that want to mess up your dreams and hopes and values and downplay what you got going on, because they got the best blood. They got the best dogs from 1975. They still trying to hold on to it. And yeah, but with this future stuff that we got going on, maybe we could sway them over, because their stuff is dead, long dead. They ain't gonna have no choice but to come over.
They talking about it. I tell you that much. And we we've predicted this shit long time ago. But they talking like how we be talking in the classroom. They talking like that now.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Yep. It's working. It's working.
I also don't last long either. Like dictator find himself, he play himself out, he's doing too much.
You was breaking up a little. You was breaking up a little bit. What was you saying?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yep. What'd you say?
I said the dictator don't last too long. He gonna play himself out real fast because, you know what I'm saying, he doing too much. He hating on too many people. He making too many enemies. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, nobody really gonna be tuned into what the hell you got to say if you didn't came at everybody that's in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Facts.
Dogman Don, salute, man.
Salute.
You on? Oh, shit. Oh, I think he on mute. You on mute, Dogman Don. I wonder if I mute you. Hold on. Oh, he on mute. Okay, he on there. He on mute right now. Anybody else want to elaborate on the topic?
I think what Reddy said was 100, because, you know, it's true and it's facts. And I think what I said also is true and it's facts. Like, you know, how many people seem to put stuff out being a dictator on YouTube, you know. I mean, we've seen that before. A lot of people in the pit bull community. So, you know, it's kind of hard to maintain that and then have, you know, people that really want to listen to what you got to say if you hate.
Go ahead.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You on the stage, man.
Oh, I really ain't got nothing to say for real about the topic, for real. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm just a dog, man. I don't get into all that extra stuff, man. I'll be trying to stay simple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm the same way.
I don't even try to make it I be just on some, it's all about the dog. As soon as we get off topic or we get in I don't know. I'm different, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I see what y'all. I see the topic though. I'm just trying to piggyback off y'all for real right now.
You don't sound like a dictator. I know that.
Nah, no, I can't dictate nothing. Little old me. Nah, I can't even do all that. I just know what the dog's like.
That's all it should be, man.
But that's a good topic though.
Yeah, it's a great topic.
It's something that a lot
Some
of
people don't. Yeah.
a lot of
I already
people
know
that's new to the dogs don't really understand the politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand the politics, and there's politics in everything, right? And it's for sure a lot of politics in dogs. But if you have love for the dogs like we all do, and you get in naive, you might get blindsided by the politics, and then you wonder what is this about? I didn't sign up for this. Well, welcome to the world of dogs. It's very political. And there's people who make it to a plateau or a high place that want to stay there. And maybe in the beginning, it was about the dogs for them. But then that fortune and fame come around and then they change. And then they lose all humility. And then they become political gatekeepers. And then instead of being a diplomat, they become a dictator. And then you wonder why, right? You see a lot of, especially when money get involved. Oh man, a lot of relationships get sour real quick. They were the best of friends. They helped each other do this and do that, and then now they didn't work enemies.
And all it takes is that one dog too.
Yeah.
That one dog that's getting all that income and that revenue. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, man, you owe me something, bro. Like it's something you owe me.
Yep. They start dry snitching on each other. Matter of fact, they don't even dry, they start snitching on each other, man. Oh, like I said, the bully community is the worst.
Oh yeah.
They was over there snitching on each other, man. They rolled Dave under the bus so many times. Man. All his homeboys, his closest homeboys, rolled that nigga under the bus. They was all a part of it. You know what I mean?
Was it some shit where motherfuckers was saying like they was saying what was really in the dog when they were saying it was another breed or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That staff and pit bull formula was a liar.
Damn, that's what they said. Word.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. That's why I say it's like we just use your common sense. When you naive, right? Because I was naive. A lot of us is naive about these dogs coming in, right? So you want to believe the gatekeepers, because we're naive. But then over time you look at it and let's say you cook the way they tell you the formula, then you cook like that and it's nowhere near it. Like, why? What the heck? Why didn't they tell me I just take pit bull and staff and I get these type of bully type dogs and I'm not getting them?
Yeah.
Then the whistleblowers come out, motherfuckers blow the whistle on that shit. Be like, oh nah, well this is the real formula. Like, oh motherfucker, y'all bamboozled the shit out of us.
Damn. They don't want them to get the real sauce.
Because they making all the money.
Yeah.
But see, the whistleblower is look, the whistleblowers, they don't get a part of that, they don't get a piece of that pie no more. So they tell the secrets. They're not a part of that system no more. So that's why they started snitching on Dave and his whole camp. Because the people that was a part of it from the beginning, they got exiled.
Yeah.
They're not making the money like Dave. Now they're gonna snitch. Well, I ain't eating. I'm a Sabbath. If I can't eat with them, I'm a Sabbath. Ain't nobody eating. You know how they do.
What
Ain't
would you
nobody.
call a breeder who don't want to sell a dog to another breeder? Would that
It
be a
all
dictator?
no, it all depends. To me, it all depends. It should be if there's a reason behind it and the reason makes sense, then I can dig it. You know, let's say that breeder,
Could be.
you know, let's say you don't respect that breeder. Let's say you might not respect them for whatever reason. It's like, okay, you might take my shit and say it's yours. So I'm not gonna sell you my shit. Maybe that's, you know what I mean? Maybe that's, or you're gonna do something with my shit I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But what if it's like they say you sold me a dog. Say you wouldn't sell me a dog because you didn't want to give me something that you produce because you look at me as like competition type.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from. Like,
Yeah,
is that like a dictator because he don't want to help you start your kennel?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
That to me is a dictator. Like, why would you not want to level up, a breeder? That's
Right.
why he's spending money with you or she's spending money with you. She should be spending money with you so that she can level or he could level up their program if they're
Right.
breeders. So yes, I will want you to, make something better than me. I mean, because all that's going to do for me is have what we call friendly competition. See, that's how we keep leveling up. When you got somebody who's a top tier, that's why I like the best being with the best. You know what I mean? Like that's how you create dynasties and shit, super teams, because you got the best players pushing each other.
Right.
I don't want to feel like I'm the best only and nobody pushing me because now I'm going to get complacent. I don't have a bar to push. You take my stuff as a breeder. You got a vision like, coach, I'm going to do rah, rah, rah with this shit. I'm like, do that. And then you do it. Then you show me something that I didn't even produce that's better. I'm not going to be hating on y'all, man. I can't give you your props because that's going to take my shine. That's them Dictator Dogman.
Yeah.
That is one of them. Yes. So what you're saying is true. That is what I would consider a Dictator Dogman, like right there. He don't want to see you elevate with his shit. Her shit.
I'll give you one of my joints so you could create some crazy shit so I could get one off of you.
Mm-hmm. That's how it should be.
Back in.
Yeah. That's how it should be. That's not how it is, but that's how it should be.
That's not how it is at all.
It's sad too that it's not like that, but I mean, that's just, and that's why I say it's like it's not about the dogs anymore. With social media, you can become more famous than your dog.
Mm-hmm.
Backwards.
It's backwards. So I don't want you to get to shine because now they're gonna be talking about you. They was talking about Coach and Formula One. Now they're talking about Duro's, Duro and Duro's bully camp. Oh man, you took my wave, Duro. Duro, took my wave, man. You wouldn't even have my wave if I didn't sell you no dog, Duro. You know how they do. You wouldn't even have
That's
it.
Crazy to me. That's crazy. Like you should embrace that and you know what I'm saying? And get one of those with what he produced, what I produce, you know what I'm saying? Because that might help you. So we both be back on our feet, you know what I'm saying? But it's always looked differently, like, huh?
So win-win.
Right.
But you got to get out of your own way as a dog man or dog woman. You got to get out your own way, and you also got to get out of the dog's way. And if we want to progress, then we got to leave our egos behind, leave them motherfuckers, lock them motherfuckers up, the egos up, be humble, and do what we need to do as a super dogman or dog woman computer, come together with our brains and our minds and our DNA. And especially if you paying for it, who am I to tell you? You gonna pay me what I want, and I'm gonna tell you like, yo, you can't outshine me with my own shit though, man. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like I said, it's like if I own Ferrari, you know, I got this top tier Ferrari, only, you know, 1 of 500. You buy it, right? And then you soup it up. I'm gonna tell you, hey man, you know you can't throw the supercharger on there. I already got one on there. Like what? I already bought it. You know you're gonna mess it up as soon as you throw your little twist on it. Bro, you bought it, do what you want.
That's the dictator in them.
That's the dog game.
Yeah. In real life and on social media, that's the dog game. Like facts. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Like I said, a lot of people don't know about the politics of dogs and stuff like that. And you know, I want to encourage you guys to understand the two. Understand when you see it, you know, identify it, and then deviate and sway from being the dictator, because you at one point in your dogman career, you might become a wave. You might really have a program that a lot of people want to be a part of and want dogs from, but don't let it get to your head.
Yeah. But it's crazy when everybody's doing the same thing. I remember when in the 90s when everybody was doing different stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everybody had their own wave, their own style. And that
Yeah.
just turned to everybody dressing the same like a clown. Shit. Everybody's got big ass shoes. Like, what the hell? It just changed. It's
that's
like
true though.
it's kind of like it's the same thing. Like they want them dogs from back in the day. Still, like you want the music from back in the day. You want the dogs from back in the day. It's like all I want from back in the day is everybody to have their own style. That's all. Like with the dogs.
Yeah.
Everybody do their own thing with the dogs, not just copying everybody. Because we ain't getting nowhere copying.
It's the art form. The art form of being a dog man or dog woman is gone. Social media definitely played a big part in it, because when people are following the leader or sheeple, they're following things that everybody else is liking, so they like it. Then people feel like, okay, well, if I'm not a part of that wave, I'm not doing nothing right. I'm not doing it right. Whereas before, like you said, in the 90s, the 80s, before all this social media shit, you was just in your lab with your homeboys, homegirls, or your crew, and y'all was in your own wave, doing your own thing. And then people saw you and was like, oh, I like that. Versus you being influenced by what other people are doing.
Facts.
That's the same thing with these dogs. That's why they can't get back off that Michael J. Fox Back to the Future type shit, that time machine shit, where they're going back in time, because the OGs, the old timers, you know what I mean? They didn't have social media. They was just cooking. They had visions, they had dreams, they had ideas. They took what they took and cooked it up. Now watch this. You think about all those inbred dogs of the past. The reasons why a lot of them dogs was heavily inbred. The reason why a lot of them dogs heavily inbred, because that's all the DNA they had to fuck with. That's all the DNA they could afford.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a huge palette of DNA that we can choose from, thanks to social media, thanks to the internet. Why, if I know that hybrid vigor gives me the best performance, why would I heavily inbreed? That don't make no fucking sense, does it? Now, it doesn't. But back in the day, I could see why the OGs was cooking the way they cook, because that's all the ingredients they had in their kitchen.
Yep.
If I was able to travel the world and see all the dogs there, don't you think my DNA palette would be a lot greater than somebody that was just stuck in their state?
Yep.
My dogs will be way better. Obviously, it would be, because I got way more to choose from. I got more parts I can add. I done seen way more dogs and way more genetic characteristics than you ever seen in your life. Of course, I'm gonna add all that shit to my, you know what I mean? Of course. But if I'm following the leader and following trends of what everybody's telling you what it is, then you're gonna be stuck in that box. Shout out to the last week's conversation. Thinking outside the box to create the circle, the cycle. If all you know is that box, then that dictates your whole movement as a dog man or dog woman, that box. Versus I'm a world traveler. I'm a dog man, dog woman connoisseur. I go and I see. I hear about dogs I never even heard of and never seen, and I go and see it. I go like, wow, guess what I done seen? And I come back and show you some shit. You're like, oh man, that's a mutt. Oh, that ain't no shit. That's trash. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at you like, bro, are you fucking stupid? Yeah, you are stupid. That's all you know. You would have never, if I never showed you this dog, you would have never even heard of it if I never showed you it. I went overseas and got this shit. Or wherever, right? But see, those are the people that want to dictate stuff. Versus like, yo, where'd you get that from? Whoa, that dog's amazing. It's like when you get a new car and shit that none of your homeboys got. Everybody got the Chargers and the Hellcats and all that shit, right? Everybody got the same shit. You know what I mean? You like, shit. You come up with some foreign shit on their ass that's smoking their shit. They're gonna be like, damn it, dog, where you get that from, dog? Where you get? Oh, that ain't faster than this Hellcat. Then you dust them. Then what they gonna say? Oh, I need to get one of those, coach.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw what coach got? Oh man, he done smoked this, man. He done smoked every Hellcat over. He done smoked it. Oh, really? Oh, I want one of those. Now they on your dick. Now they want your shit.
Sometimes it go like that though, but then sometimes it's like, you know, people are scared to say that they like your dog though, like, you know what I'm saying, because everybody feel like they got the best dog. You know what I mean? Like what I see a lot of dog men, it's like, you know what I mean, they want to downplay the next man dog. You know what I'm saying? And they want to feel like they got the better dog. So it's really hard to you know what I'm saying, to be a fan of somebody and they don't show you love back. You know what I'm saying? Like say I like AK. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, why coach don't show no love back to me? Like, you know what I'm saying, back to my dogs or whatever the case is. But I always tell him, I like that boy fire. You know what I'm saying? But he never say that to me. And then so right. So now that person, like me, but not me, but I'm just saying that person now becomes that person that's like, because I got the best dog. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard to even like be like that in the community. You gotta really find like good brothers that's like you, that's willing to show love. You know what I'm saying? The same. It's really hard to really find that though.
Word.
That's a fact. It's sad that what you're saying is correct. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. But that's the world we live in. You know, it's like back when we was in school and there was a fight, and everybody, they're gonna be fighting at the school. Everybody show up for the fight. They want to see somebody get hurt. They want to see, you know, that's what people want to see. People want to see somebody's downfall. They want to see negativity. They don't want to see nothing positive. Mm-hmm. That's why sports is so big, because they want to see somebody lose. They don't want to see they don't really want to see somebody win. They want to see somebody lose. Like when you watch a fight, they want to see the person get knocked out. People boo when somebody don't get knocked out. When you over there just boxing and shit like that, motherfucker, like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, like, oh man, we want to see somebody get their head knocked off. They want to see somebody. They don't want to see, you know, a diplomatic situation. They want drama.
That's what sells the fight.
That's what sells the fight. You know, same thing with the dogs. You know, they gonna tune in for the negativity of the dog, man. They're not gonna tune in for the progression.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at Raul's show, you know, people was really tuning in for the for the negativity.
Yeah.
But it didn't turn out that way. But you know, this is where we're at. This is where we're at, fellas, ladies. When it comes to the dogs, it's not about the dogs anymore. It shows. It shows. You know, it shows. You know, if the dogs aren't progressing, and we've been campaigning what we call make performance dogs great again. We've been campaigning that shit. It's hard. It's very hard doing what we're doing when it comes to performance dogs, because you got to make a complete dog. You just can't make a dog that just look like something but you know, can't perform. You can't do that. It don't work. You know, oh, it looks like a performer when you put it to the test. That shit don't do it. Okay, whatever it is. So talking about it sounds good. You know, us talking in the classroom, okay, yeah, we talking, yeah, that's good. That's what we do. We're using our brain. We're communicating. We're sharing ideas. We're thinking outside the box to make the circle. Great. But putting the work in is where it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for us to make these type dogs that we talking about. There's going to be a lot of F1s, F2s, F3s, scrap. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try. I mean, it's going to be a lot of this when we cooking up dogs. But that's what it's going to take for us to progress. You know what I'm saying? And you can't let other people in the dog game tell you what you doing is wrong and what you doing is trash. What you got don't exist. Whatever they want to tell you, the naysayers, right? Whatever they want to tell you, you can't let that affect your vision, your dream, your focus on your cook-ups. You can't let that affect you. You might be the only one. You might be the only 2, 3 in your group that's fucking with what you're doing. That's fine. You got to be okay with that. Everybody might be telling you, oh, that shit's trash. That shit is this. That shit is you ain't shit. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You might be that. However, you know what I mean? We got to accept it for what it is. Because if not, there will be no progression in these dogs.
Yeah, I agree with.
Nah, that's a fact. You gotta keep this. Yeah.
So you mean when people like get in your comments and be like, man, that ain't no bull herder or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Saying that your
with the Kangal?
Your Kangal and AK. You know what I mean? Or they say like that ain't no band dog, Black Hawk and not
that's not no XL Pitbull.
Yeah, no XL Pitbull,
yeah. Same thing with all them. It's like, first of all, you know, the term bull herder is just a term. You know, so a lot of people are uneducated. They just, you know, think about it. Who is promoting a motherfucking Kangal with a freak of nature? Nobody but the coach. So if I'm doing that, of course they're gonna, that's what I'm saying. Of course they're gonna say that to me. They're only saying that to me because my shit is getting fucking views and likes. If my shit wasn't getting no views and likes and them dogs didn't look the way they did, they would never even comment on that shit. They just breeze through that shit. Oh, look. They wouldn't even say nothing.
Yeah, they wouldn't even pay you no mind.
That shit just scroll right through. But no, that shit jumping out the gym. They gotta comment on the shit. They're gonna stop on it when they see the shit. The dogs look the way they look. And then they see a niggas promoting it. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, it's a black dude. Oh man, I gotta hate on this nigger. And it's gonna be another black dude hating. There's gonna be another nigger hating on a nigger. Ain't that something? Every time. A black hating on another black. But I mean, you know, they're gonna say that. So yeah, that's just like you said. Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're uneducated. They're uneducated. You know, when they say herder, it's just shepherd, shepherd dog, shepherd stupids. You fucking dummies, bulldog type, fucking idiots. See, that's what I say. No, real shit. That's what I say. In my mind. You fucking idiot, dumb fuck. It's a bulldog type. It's a herder, shepherd type. You fucking dumbass. But of course I can't respond like that on the shit. Coaches, y'all know I'm a diplomat. I can't show them the mirror. I'll melt them. Remember the Wicked Witch of the East and shit? She saw the mirror. Oh, she melted and shit. I'll show you the mirror. I'll melt your ass. You fucking idiot. But you know, I'm a diplomat. You know, sounds good, spectator. Or I'll educate you. Don't get caught up in the name. Bull herder. I mean, shit. This is shepherd dog. You can use any shepherd dog you want. German shepherd, Dutch shepherd, fucking Malinois, Anatolian shepherd. You use any shepherd. It's a herder. Yep. Bull herder. It's just a name. So you get that. And then again, with the pit bull shit, it's like, man, the pit bulls come in all shapes and sizes, man. Stop playing with your dick. You're jerking your dick raw. You're chafing your dick. You stupid. You know what I'm saying? Put some lube on that shit before you jerk your own shit. You dumb. You dumb as hell. Oh, there's no such thing as that. Sure. In your eyes, there ain't no such thing. You don't think that formula of that game, dog. You don't even know how them dogs was even fucking made. You don't even know what was in them dogs back in the day. You don't know nothing. But you're gonna tell me that I ain't got what I got over here? Sounds good, spectator. You know, like that's how I see those people who are in the audience who aren't players, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you're not EA Sports in the game. Like you ain't never had a whole bunch of different variances of dog. You don't even understand variance and type. You don't understand shit about dogs. You don't know how to make them. You never seen them. You never talked to OGs. You don't know nothing. So when you talk to somebody who's EA Sports in the game, I gotta treat you like a spectator.
Hey, Coach, we got some good questions in the chat.
You talking about Dylan?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me put it up there, man. He said, what about a border collie? Can it be a bull herder? I mean, honestly, if it's a shepherd dog or a bull type dog, it's a bull herder.
Yeah, I say a border collie can because it's a sheepdog, like it's a herding dog. Yeah,
shepherd dog. Anything that a shepherd would use, whether you herding cows, sheep, whatever the fuck you doing, protecting cows or sheep, herder. Any bull breed, American Bulldog, Bull Terrier, Pit Bull, French Bulldog. Any bull breed with a herding type, shepherd type dog will be considered a bull herder. There's no rules to it can only be a pit bull with a German shepherd. I never heard nobody put no rules on which herding type dog or which bulldog you can do. I never heard of that. I don't know. Have y'all heard of that? I don't know. I never heard of it.
Honestly, I haven't, so I don't know.
Like I said, I've never heard of it. So that's, for me, it's like, okay, I just knew it as a more of a blanket type term. That's how I saw it. You know what I mean? It's not a breed. It's like saying you just, you crossing two different types of dogs. So that's how I saw it.
It's like saying band dog.
Correct. Like saying band dog. Correct. So I don't get
can't believe nobody said it.
Go ahead, K-Man. What'd you say?
I said I can't believe nobody said it.
Said
Fuck what you heard. What you're hearing.
Fuck what you heard is what you're hearing. Yeah. Oh man, I just don't. Man. Hey Duro, if I played into them comments, man, I'll be so Whitney, I'll be so mad, man. I'll be arguing and debating all day long. Nigga, we'll have 1,000 comments in my comment section.
They'll be so hyped that you engaging with them too.
Man, that's what they want.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with you getting your Whitney on, man. Sometimes you got to get your Whitney on in the comments.
Man, forget that, bro. Because you know what? It won't stop. Duro, It will not stop. They will go back. That's what they want. So you'll be going back and forth, and then you be getting so mad. You probably want to break your phone. You might want to punch the computer because you can't punch them. You know what I'm saying?
We got them now.
Man, exactly. That's exactly what will happen. Oh, we got him. Look, we got Coach flustered. Look at him. Look at him. We got him. That's what we wanted. We wanted to bait him. We got him. He bit the bait. You know what I mean? Like, man. Yeah. But you know what helped me really, honestly, is the fact that it's over their head. Like, bro, you're not a pro. Bro, you're not in the league. Why am I debating with you? You know what I mean? Stephen A. Smith. No disrespect to you, Stephen A. Smith. But you weren't with me shooting in the gym. Stephen A. Smith, you a commentator, man. You didn't strap up the cleats, nigga. You ain't got hit and got a concussion. You feel me? Like, you ain't won no championships. So that's why I hit him with the sounds good, spectator. Oh, you can say what you want, spectator. You on the sidelines. No, matter of fact, no, you don't even got a league pass on the sidelines. You in the stands. You throwing popcorn and booing and shit. Boo, boo. You one of them niggas. Boo, coach, you trash. Boo, you ain't shit, coach. Oh, nigga. I'm in the pros. I'm EA Sports in the game, though. I'm in the pros. I'm in the league, though. I'm Hall of Fame, but you booing me. So that's the only reason I'm able to contain my Whitney. Because it's like, bro, there's no way they can even comprehend. You can't even comprehend. Why would I even debate with you when you don't have no comprehension of what I'm even doing or what I'm talking about? Now, if there's some friendly competition and we want to go ahead and, you know what I mean, be cool, but in the game, we really battling, that's different, though. That's different. We go in the game, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get it in, let's get it in. But if you ain't in the game and you talking shit time, man, sounds good, spectator.
Right.
So I just let people say what they say. Go ahead.
Shout out to Blue Line, man. Shout out to Blue Line, Bill.
Yeah.
He's showing a lot of love in it.
Yeah, shout out to Bill, man. Shout out to the whole chat, man. You know what I mean?
Whole chat, word.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We see y'all. You know what I mean? Up in here in the classroom. You know what I mean? Doing what we do best, man. And I hope, and I know you guys listen. You know what I mean? But I hope you guys, when y'all hear us have these type of conversations, I hope y'all really just listening, but also, you know, taking notes and then applying it as far as like how you react to things out here and people out that might be trying to downplay what you guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't buy into that. You know what I mean? Don't get discouraged. Don't play into the bait. You know, all that type shit, because they're coming for you. As you climb higher and higher up in the ranks, they're coming for you. I mean, it just is what it is. That's just how it goes. And I don't want you guys to think that, you know, when they're coming for you, that means you're doing something wrong. It's opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing something right when they're coming for you. You know what I'm saying? When they comment and they try to downplay you and stuff like that, and they try to bait you into that stuff. And like I said, I fell victim to it in the beginning. I did. I was over there debating, especially in them groups. I don't fuck with them groups no more, but especially in them groups. I was in a pit bull group. I think I might have told y'all about this, man. But early bird, when I first got AK, I was in this Pitbull group, man. And it was a big one, too. And I had like over 100,000 people in it. Man, I posted AK in that damn group, man. And man, they was trying to lynch me. You know, they was trying to lynch me, man. I had that group jumping. I'm talking about jumping, man. That comment section was thousands of fucking comments. That shit was jumping. Thousands of likes and thumbs down, sad faces. You know, on Facebook, they got all the emojis.
Yeah, that's the thumbs down button.
Man, come on, man. It's the haters, man. Come on, they never see no AK, huh? You know what I'm saying? I never see no AK until I own them.
Yeah.
So you know you're gonna get everybody talking. That's what I'm saying. It's like when you getting shit jumping like that, you know you're doing something right. When you got people debating for you, people debating against you, people in the middle. I'm not even in the comments. They battling between each other. You like, damn, is it like that? But in the beginning,
run that shit.
But see, in the beginning, when I'm new to the social media type environment and people and what they do, you know, I'm over there on the defense. I'm over there playing defense. Defense. Mother, man, I'm like, yo, this is wasting damn time. Hey, coach, you're wasting your damn time, man. Fuck you, man. You done lost your mind playing around with these people. I stop. So they always gonna say something, man. Especially when you pioneering. You know what I'm saying? Like Duro, you already know coach is a pioneer. So if I'm saying something because I'm saying it. I ain't saying it because nobody else saying it. I got a Kangol because I wanted to see that with AK. I didn't get it because I wanted to take that with just a regular pit bull. No, I wanted to see that with AK. They not thinking like me. So of course they're gonna fucking throw eggs at me and shit and boo me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an Anatolian Shepherd. And all that. You know, they gonna say everything that's not what it is. Oh, that's a mutt. Oh, that's a Mastiff cross with AK. Oh, that's a bully and shit. Oh, that's no, nigga. No, it's not. Nope. And nope. You know what I mean? Go over there to the breeder. Go over there to the breeder over there in Serbia and tell him what he got. Don't tell me. I got it from him. You go tell his ass what he got. Tell the white man what he got. They ain't gonna tell the white man, hey, respect all my white brothers. Them niggas ain't gonna tell the white man what he got, but they gonna tell me what I got though. They gonna tell another black man that he ain't got shit. They're not gonna tell the white man who sold me that shit in Serbia that he ain't got it. That's when I knew this shit was fake. I'm like, man, these niggas is fans. Let me get back. Let me get my composure. Let me be a diplomat now. These niggas is fans.
You did that breeding though?
Which breeding?
AK the Snow White.
Hell no, man. Hell no.
He's not ready for that.
Hell no, Duro. Hell no. They ain't getting that shit, Ty. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good. I mean, man, these niggas got to have their bread right, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? My Kangol, man, she gonna be probably 3 this year. That's a young bitch, man. That bitch gonna be 21. That bitch is young and fresh, Duro.
They ain't even ready for his F1 Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I mean, shit. They ain't gonna be mad. They gonna be mad too. It's all good. It's all
Hold
good.
on, you talking about the Red Tigers?
Yeah, they gonna be mad at those too. They gonna be mad.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna be upset. It's all good. They're gonna be in there hating in my comment section when they do numbers. That's what they're gonna do. It's fine. But yeah, no, I'm not. Nah, man. Nah, not that. That's why I say my bitches are young. My Malaw's young. AK, you know, he's still shooting. That nigga ain't shooting no blanks.
Or
Plus I got him in the ice on ice baby. So I ain't gotta rush it. You know what I mean? I don't gotta rush it. So nah, I'm not doing that, man. I need that money to be talking. It's just what it is.
you got so many cook-ups over there now that they ain't even ready for. Like,
that's why I just changed. I done switched. You know what I'm saying? I done switched up. It's like, You know, now I'm just gonna showcase my dogs and just have motherfuckers just like, Coach, when you gonna do it, Coach? I don't know. When I get them deposits. Make me cook. You want it? Make me cook. But until then, we'll look at them. Be amazed when you see it. Be amazed when you see it all muscled up.
Coach,
Yes.
would you ever let somebody pay you for like a whole litter? Say like somebody wanted a special cook up. Okay.
That's
If
the
you-
dream.
I like that. I like that.
Want me to, and see, that's where I'm at now in my program. It's like I've cooked up my dogs, like even with the herders. Me personally, me having a Malinois and then me having AK and putting them together, like I don't want to deal with that dog. I don't want to even deal with that dog because I see what my Malinois can do. And I told you how she was getting on my nerves with it now because she thinks she a bulldog and she got her Malinois ways with the bulldog mentality. She was getting on my damn nerves. I had to put her in salutation. I had to put her in her own 10x10 by herself. I got AK jumping up, you know, he using this pure fucking might and muscle and jumping up 50 times in a row. Like, bro, I'm only one man. I ain't trying to cook that atomic bomb up for myself. However, because I like cooking and people like performance, and I'm high performance, I'll cook you up a dope ass prototype. But honestly, I'm not cooking it up for myself. I'm happy with having my Kangal and an AK, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not necessarily looking to cook it up for myself, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know, like that's how I am. I'm not really looking to cook up me a bull herder. However, I got people who like sporting dogs. I've seen Bull Vision, like I told y'all before, and what they doing. K9 Man, I respect as a dog man. He went overseas and got him one of those. I'm like, shit, I can cook up something similar or even better. You ain't got to go overseas. So ever since I've been teasing it, you know, I've been getting confirmation that people want it, but I need deposits because I don't need that shit. That's too much. That's too much for me, man.
Yeah.
You know, me personally, I don't, man. Bro, imagine, like I told you, imagine if AK was the type of dog like a Malinois that just want to bite on people and shit. Like, nah, man. Nah. I don't want a dog like that. Me personally, I don't want a dog like that. But there's people who really think they really want a dog like that. Okay. I'll cook it up for you, but you know, like you said, Dogman Don, you want to pay me a full whole litter, $4,500 a piece? Let's do it. I'll do it. I'll cook you up a whole litter. Make sure I get my money up front time.
Damn, $4,500 a piece.
$4,500 a piece. I need that. No papers. I need that.
That's a real dog right there.
$1,000 deposit, not 500. I need that too, up front, before I cook.
Word.
Like, man, that's why I said God is good, man. Hopefully I can do a little show and tell this summer when the weather get nice, we get everything going. But I mean, my bitch Snow White, that bitch is a muscle up Kangal. Niggas Kangals ain't muscled up like mine. I live on a hill. Most Kangals, they just lay around and they be laying with the sheep and shit when they need to. No, my bitch fucking Snow White, when I let her out, she run up and down the motherfucking hills and shit. She love to run, but she running up and down hills.
Getting brolic, getting ripped up.
Getting muscled up and shit. With fur. You can see her muscles in her fur. You like, damn, how you get your damn fucking female Kangal like that? Well, I mean, shit, that's what the coach do. I specialize in conditioning, but I have help because of my terrain. I ain't got to do much.
Yeah, that's lit.
So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, Joe, I'm not cooking that up right now. I like I said, I mean, I got a lot of people woofing. They woofing me all the time. I mean, y'all can read the comments.
Yeah.
Y'all see the posts, they saying it.
Yeah.
I can see that. We need to see that, coach. Yeah, coach, let's do cook it. I need to see that $1,000 deposit.
Gotta make it make sense.
I mean, I'm cooking up for y'all. Y'all want them type dogs? I'll make them. I can make them. But like I said, when I be showcasing, you know, when the summer come around, you know what I mean, when the weather get nice and you know, we get out there and let the dogs show and tell, then you get to see. Get to see like this is you know, this is what I do. This is where I'm good at.
I need that AK, the bulldog breeding. That's what I need.
Somebody said that shit a long time ago. I'm like, I ain't cooking AK with a bulldog, man. I'm not doing that shit. But you know what, Ty? I tell everybody else, like, look, man, you want to do it? I'll sell you some semen. You know what I mean? Shit, so, man, shit. You get you a straw. You know what I mean? Then you can go cook it up, take your semen, put it in a bulldog, and that's your shit, Ty. But I ain't doing.
Nah. I'm talking about one of his daughters.
Oh, you talking about like AK to his daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope freaking Draca didn't freaking knock herself out, Ty. You know what I'm saying? Because that would hurt me a lot. Let's hope that don't happen. But you know, but like I said, I don't even know. I'm like on the border about that because man, I need six, man, Duro, I need 6 bands for that shit, man. I need 6 of them, man. I paid 12,000 for
You told me
AK.
on the phone, bro. You ain't tell me that on the phone, bro. Come on, man.
I need Andre 6 of them, man. I paid 12. I paid 12,000 for AK. I keep telling you, I paid 12. I need at least half.
Word.
Can I get half for them? I paid 12. I had to pay to play.
Word.
Why can I get half? I'm not charging niggas full pop, but I'm taking AK to his daughter. That means you're gonna get pretty much an AK if I take him to his daughter.
Right.
I'm making sure you're getting that DNA. I'm doubling up on it. So I mean, shit.
Gonna be lit after that when you get that dog.
Why can't I get 6,000 when I paid 12?
Right.
That's why I'm like holding back because it's like, you know, I did what I wanted to do when I cooked up my XL Pitbull Dracos, adding them to my blood. That was why I got them. I got my shit. God is good. Everybody who got those got a good deal. God is good for them. You know what I'm saying? But if I take AK to his daughters, now you're getting them double XLs. Now you're getting them double XL. And I'm taking them to his biggest daughter. So, you know, I can say, yo, you're going to get you an AK. You're going to get you one. So I'm like, you know, I'm hesitant about that. Because the pit bull community don't want to pay. They don't want to pay no money for no pit bulls, man. They want to pay like $500 and shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Nah.
might want to pay $1,000 stuff
Nah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
I'm not saying you, Duro. I'm saying like anything with a pit bull on it. You know what I mean? That just when you put pit bull on it, they already thinking fucking backyard prices, $1,500, $1,000. Like, wait a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that Ray J. Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm on that wait a minute, man. Y'all done lost your mind. So I don't know, man. That's why I said I done shifted my whole vision as far as like how I'm operating. I got all my stuff. I got all my DNA. I got whatever I need. I'm just gonna focus on my shit, enjoy my dogs. You know, I'll have people fiending and shit, asking me, begging me, but I need to be like my man that sell them Rottweilers, man. I need to have a waiting list.
Butler Kendall, right?
Yeah, I need to be like Butler, man. I got a waiting list because cats done bombard me with deposits. Check this out, man. And I don't know if this brother's listening, man, but I talked about this last week. I had a gentleman, and he hit me up about one of them Formula One bulldogs, and I told him which ones that I was gonna, you know, offer him as far as I was let go. It was only 2 of them, and you know, he's gonna pick the one that's not available. And so I'm like, you know, already in my mind, I'm just like I said, I've done dealt with thousands of people, so I already know the mathematics. Like, if I show you the ones that's available, but you're asking me about a one that's not available, that means you acting like you want to buy something and you're not really going to buy it because you're asking me about a dog that I didn't show you. So then I said, those dogs ain't available. Now, this individual got a lot of money. Actually, a rich guy, black guy. So a week go by, and I'm thinking about it. It's like, man, like I got the DNA, and I was going to release them all anyway because I got the DNA, and I already got Red Tiger Jr., so I don't really necessarily need one. But if he really wanted, because he acting like he really wanted the one that I wasn't selling. So I'm like, all right. So I hit him up. Hey man, if I thought about it, if you serious, man, I'll let you get him. So then, all right, cool. I sent him a picture, video, whatever. Then he asked me about some paperwork. He asked me about papers.
Yeah.
He asked me about papers.
Yeah, he don't want that though.
And right when he said that, I'm like, nigga, what the? In my mind, like, and if you listen to this, man, this is my thoughts. Nothing against you, brother. If you're listening, you know what I mean? Because you might be listening. I was like, you gonna ask me about papers, nigga? Do you know that this is the last Red Tiger fucking offspring you will ever get in your life? You hit me up about a Red Tiger, but you wanted a Red Tiger. You told me that. Then you told me you wanted the one that's not for sale. And you serious about it. Then I decided to say, okay, I will. And then you asked about papers. Like, this is the type. These are the people that we are dealing with in dogs. Okay? It's not about the dogs. Okay? It's about ooh, ah. It's about finessing you off your dog. It's about acting like you want to buy a dog when you don't have the money. That's what the dog game has turned into today. Now, if I offer that dog for, whatever the jug price, whatever that might be, I'm sure he might have acted like he was going to buy it and probably wouldn't even have bought it then, but maybe he would have. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he would have bought it if I had a certain price, but that's the last of the Red Tiger. Are you serious? And then he said, for that price, I will want my dogs to have papers. I'm like, so I had to, educate him. I'm like, let me educate you, sir, about my dogs. I said, Red Tiger and his brother and all the things that I got, none of them dogs came with papers, and I paid, good money for everything that I bought. But I'm a dog man. I done bought $10,000 dogs that weren't worth $1,000. So I had to give him the whole mathematics of understanding, and I just educated him. I mean, hey, if you wanted a Red Tiger, you buying a dog for a Red Tiger. You said you wanted a dog like that. I said, you're not going to show your buddies the papers. I don't think none of your buddies would ever see the papers. Even if he came with papers, none of your friends would ever see and ask you about the paperwork. None. But they would be looking at your dog and like, yo, where you get that dog? You know what I mean? So I educated him on that. He agreed and whatever, but that was that. But I already knew when he mentioned that, you ain't buying a dog. You're not buying a dog, man. You asked me that because you wasn't going to buy one anyway. And if I showed you that dog, you would say, hey, you would pick another one just to, save face. But that's the type of, what I'm saying? Like, that's the dog game today, gentlemen and ladies. When you got top tier stuff and you're easily accessible to people, everybody's going to act like they're going to buy something. In reality, only a few of those are buyers. And that's what you're going to deal with all the time as a dog man in this dog game, especially when you're dealing with great dogs. Now, if you got like Butlers, Rottweilers, and which I would love to be like him, and maybe one of these days I will have it like that. But until then, I'm not cooking like that. I'm cooking for the coach, and I already got everything I need, and everything else I don't need is on ice.
They're gonna be angry at the person that got your dog. And they be like, yo, I got that Red Tiger. But they might not be believing you and shit. Because you don't got the paperwork. That's what they might be on, that type of shit.
Well, I mean, they're not educated,
I know they're gonna be mad at me when I get my hands on it.
But it's like, I didn't buy no paperwork. I didn't buy the paperwork. I bought the dog.
Yeah. Exactly. They don't understand. They can't comprehend that part.
Right. That's a consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's thinking like you're buying a car, you get a pink slip. That's not how dogs work. You know what I'm saying? Only way that's a pink slip is if it's every dog on that fucking paperwork is DNA profile to the same dog. We already know that's not true. So where's the value in it? There's no value in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as a consumer, you don't know no better. But if you talk to somebody who is a dog man who has bought multiple dogs and spent thousands of dollars on dogs with papers and without it, and I'm telling you that the papers ain't shit. And if you want a dog, you buying a dog. You know what I'm saying? And I would never have owned a red tiger or his brother if I was buying paperwork. I wanted the dog. There's no papers on there's no papers on them dogs, coach. Okay, that's fine. I was like, oh, really? Oh my God, I don't know if I want it anymore. As soon as she told me that, that's fine. I want the dog. I don't give a fuck about them damn papers.
All right.
But this is what you deal with, you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you have dogs and you're accessible to the public. You're going to deal with everybody asking you about buying your puppies and buying your dogs. And, you know, they're going to have a reason why they can't, whether it be they got to talk to their wife, whether they got to be, you know, I got to get my property in 2 weeks. And they're going to have every excuse versus like, hey, coach, I've been watching you, following you for and finally you got it. And I got my bread. Let's go. That's few and far between when it comes to these dogs. Few and far between.
That look like Chris
I'm
Del
laying.
Canary is talking to caveman. That's a caveman answer right there.
What, the one that's on the screen right now?
Yeah.
If you breed a dog
What
with
is it?
dog instincts to a dog with herding dog instincts, some of the pups will have bulldog instincts and some will have herding dog instincts, but none will have both. Well, hold on. I would have to say, when you keep whole litters, you will find some with both. When you keep whole litters, you will have some of both. Genetically, if you blend and shit, that's inevitable. Unless you only have 2 puppies or something like that, and you don't got a lot to choose from. But if you got a nice full litter, you're gonna find 1 or 2 or more with both. Like, you know, like I'm a witness to it. And you'll find dogs with other shit you ain't even know that was in there.
Word. They might have something else they would get.
Because like with these Formula Ones that I got, the Formula One Bulldogs, and I'm pretty much gonna keep probably like 6 of them because I'm not dropping draws. I sold 3 of them. I'm keeping 6 of them because I'm not pulling my pants down for these last red tigers. Ain't no way. But in the ones that I see, there's so many like there's in them, man. It's just like I can see red tiger, I can see tigress, and I can see some other shit I don't even know. Personalities, like, you know, like I got like one of the smaller males. I'm gonna name that nigga Chocolate Tie and shit.
All right.
Nigga named Chocolate Tiger, but I'm gonna call him Chocolate Tie. That nigga think he a pit bull, man. Red Tiger, you know, he wasn't on that rah shit. Tigress act like it, but she ain't never been in no situation. But this boy be over there trying to shake, rattle, and roll everybody.
Coach, you said you was gonna keep 6 of them. You gonna keep them all together when you do?
Oh nah, man, that's a death wish.
They're gonna be tearing each other up, man.
Yeah, that's a death wish. I've learned with my pack experience, Dogman Don, I learned that you can only keep 2 dogs with each other at a time. You can never have more than 2 dogs.
I feel you on that one.
But up to how old would you say that you can do it?
It just depends on the politics. It depends on their politics. Like with males, I've had up to 3 years together in 2 packs. I've had, you know, up to 4 years together in a pack. It just depends on their politics. You know, as far as like one bowing down to the other when it comes to their disputes. if they don't bow down to each other, then you're gonna have a bloody mess, and then you're gonna have to separate them. And it's, but when they understand who's gonna bow down to who, then they can politic and they can be with each other. As far as males, females, same way. Two is max.
Yeah, I felt that on my first litter. I had this 6-month-old presser that was feeling like she can kill anything walking, man. Like she was not going for anything. Like it was her or no other dog.
Mm.
It was crazy.
She ain't like males either.
Nope, not even her own brother.
Damn.
Yep. And that's something that you'll know too. Some of them can't be packed up with anybody. You know what I mean? But see, you have to nurture them when they're young. So I always make my puppies understand reconcile, like to reconcile. I teach them how to reconcile. They'll get into it, and I'll be in there in that space with them to correct them. You know what I'm saying? When it gets out of hand, I correct them so they understand, like, you're not going to take it that far. Now, that's something that you got to get in their head as a puppy. Because if you let them get into action and they get into that, some dogs like that action. Some of dogs like the distress of other dogs to where it turns them up even more.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not on top of that correction early, bird, that dog is going to say, okay, that I like that squealing and hollering. It's going to turn me up. I'm going to try to dispatch your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Versus you see that, like, oh, you getting turned up, you correct that shit. They understand, okay, you don't like it. You still the alpha, even though they're two in a pack, you still the head of the pack, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I see it going down, I correct it. They understand, okay, well, shit, we're going to get into it, but oh shit, daddy going to come around and we got to reconcile. So I teach that into them early, bird, but I can only keep 2 in a pack like that. But like you said, some females or some males, they can't be in a pack, regardless of what I teach them. They might be cool for the first 6 months. As soon as they get into their big fight, they taste that blood, it's over. They don't forget. One thing about dogs, when they have a real fight, they don't forget. At least my dogs don't forget. So then, even though you broke that shit up, once that tension comes again, then it's going to be another fight. And then you might not be there to correct it. It might be a dead dog. God forbid. You might have a kennel accident that you regret.
Damn. It be like that, though.
So 2 to a pack, especially if they're high predator type, prey type dogs like I got, 2 to a pack, unsupervised. If you can supervise your dogs, then you probably have more to a pack because you're there to correct it. But if it's unsupervised, 2 to a pack, because 2 or 1-on-1 is better than 2-on-1, because it's never no battle royal where everybody's fighting everybody. No, it's 2 against 1. Or if you got 3 in a pack, or excuse me, 4 in a pack, it's 3 against 1. It's never no even fight. I ain't never seen it like that.
Yeah, they like to jump each other.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, but that's how they do it.
Now, because they're the predator when they do that. And that's the prey they attacking. The prey.
That's true. I didn't think about it like that. Ready? You're right. I didn't even think about it like that. You're right. You're right. So it's like a game to them.
And that joint squealing like a hog. Like squealing. Yeah. They're gonna kill it. Or hurt it really bad until you could come out and break them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're going to kill it, man. I mean, man.
And probably start eating it.
Yeah, probably start eating it or just rip it apart. Yeah, they probably start eating it. They will probably start eating it. Once they start ripping that shit up and start getting into the guts, it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap, man. So I would advise you guys, if you guys have high prey driven dogs and you want to, do the pack experiment, make sure you supervise, make sure you teach your puppies early, make sure you correct them when they fight, let them know that you're not having it, and, never go beyond 3 dogs in a pack unsupervised, because eventually they will get down. I've never had it not happen. They could be cool for, I had 3 pit bulls together for like 3 years. Well, no, not 3 years, about 2 years. I'll say 2 years. They was great. And then one day, it only took one day, and they jumped the other one. I was like, why you jump that bitch like that? And they couldn't. And then after that, they wasn't liking that bitch. They never forget. They're trying to kill that bitch after that.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. My man, what did my man Matt say? He said, "What do you think AK would do if he saw a hog across from him in the yard?" He probably would ignore it. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He probably would ignore it because he's infatuated with that bone in his mouth. Now, if he's seen a stranger though, a person though, he ain't ignoring no person though. But if it's like an animal, because I live in the wilderness, man. So there's deers. Deers know that the dogs can't get out, so they'll antagonize it. They'll walk right by the dog's kennel. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the dogs can't get out. Stand right there and shit. They do know deers is, at least the females, because the females know that you can't just shoot them and shit. At least in California, you can't shoot the females. So they know they walk when they little whatever baby deer with them and shit, walk right in front of dogs, piss the dogs off. But AK, he's just like, whatever, whatever, you a deer. But let a stranger walk past and shit. He doing an extra credit shit with a bone in his mouth though. He won't let the bone out of his mouth, but he'd be over there. But an animal, I don't think he would do anything. He don't have that prey. He don't have that prey drive that like Shaka and all them and AR-15 and all them nutsos have. You know what I mean? He don't have that. He can tolerate other dogs and other animals. So hopefully that answered your question. And he said, and how do you feel about AK Kangal pups? I think that those pups will be great for AK and Kangal will be great for it would be like a super livestock guardian. It'll be like a super property guard dog for anything large prey.
Wolf stopper.
Bear stopper. And
Human.
And the most athletic and intense. Like super intense, fast twitch muscles, athletic, fast, durable, bone crushing type. That's what I see it as. But what I love about the Kangal that I've learned is their temperament. My Kangal bitch, she has not adopted. In the beginning, she was kind of acting like AK. When I had her next to AK, she was jumping, doing all that shit. Her instincts done clicked in her head. Now that she's more mature and she knows who she is as a Kangal, none of the dogs faze her. Only outside energy phases her. Like outside the yard, other animals and shit, she get crazy over other animals. That's not a part of like the pack in a sense, or the like kind of like how they are with sheep and shit.
She's the out basically.
She just lays down, like all the dogs go crazy, and she just lays in a little spot. She don't act crazy. She don't do none of that shit. She don't act like them, nothing. But let something walk that shouldn't be that she don't know. Oh, she going crazy. She barking, she got the most vicious bark ever. Loud, vicious. She jumping around, but when it comes to like the pack and stuff, man, she chill. She the most chill dog, sweet dog, chill. Don't get aggravated. Don't get all the dogs be barking at her and shit. She don't bark at them. She look at them like whatever.
I could see them joints, them AK Kangal joints going after like hyenas. Because they do hyena hunts with the Kangal.
I can see them dogs fucking up mountain lions. I can honestly see an AK Kangal fucking a mountain lion up.
Yeah, that should kill.
I can see that.
Yeah, it'll be able to kill him easy. Crunch, crunch.
Because the Kangar's already used to big prey, but then you have an intense dog like AK that's so intense and like driven that if that mountain lion do one thing wrong, man, that speed and that mouth force on that neck of that mountain lion, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So I envision them dogs to be more, if you have livestock, be a great livestock dog, because like I say AK can tolerate other animals, so that's good for livestock. But it will be a great predator type dog for anything outside your property, whether it be a human, any other animal outside your pack or your family. That'll be what them dogs be great for. Great property guard dogs. And be good with your livestock, not killing your chickens, not killing your sheep.
Yeah. Just want to treat them like a part of the family.
Yeah. Because
Everything inside the fence.
that's what a Kangal is, a livestock guardian.
Yeah, and they work that perimeter, that fence too. They work that fence.
And they're gonna look crazy too, man. I can man. So
built.
you know how the Kangal don't have a chest spread.
Yep.
AK gonna get that Kangal a chest spread. AK gonna get that Kangal a little bit more rear end. AK gonna get that Kangal more muscle.
Yeah, more muscle. More agility.
More agility. Even though that Kangal, that's an agile bitch.
That's a kangaroo, yeah. It's
Hey,
already a kangaroo.
Yeah, that bitch, that Kangal's a fast, agile bitch too.
Yeah.
That's one thing that impressed me about that Kangal is how fast and then how agile that dog is for being so big. Like, damn, that motherfucker can move.
Yeah. Nah, they really can run like wolves. They got that wolf gait run. And they could do it for a long time, like a nice period of time.
Yeah, that stamina right there, that stamina, that endurance and stuff like that. That's a good look.
Especially with AK on there. Oh man.
Right, it's gonna be. That's why I gotta wait, Duro. That's why I gotta wait, Duro. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, like I just can't cook that up off of just hype. You know what I mean? Like I can't cook that up off of just hype.
That shit ain't even cars no more. That shit's like that. What's that jet that's mad fast? That Mach 1? That's Mach 1 shit. That's Mach 1 shit.
That's an atomic bomb, man.
Oh man.
That's an atomic bomb right there. Like that's like we talked about. Like I'm gonna need to have a disclaimer, like a non-disclosure type shit, like NDA. What do they call it? Yeah. I need one of those.
So what about
so nothing come back to you?
Facts.
What about your man Black Hawk? Is he prey driven?
Black Hawk is the opposite of AK when it comes to what drives him. He's prey driven.
Oh, so him with Snow White would be stupid.
Yeah. Those would be killed. Those would be super killers. Like I don't know. That might not be a good livestock dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that might change the whole Kangal temperament. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a straight dispatcher.
Like that might be an attack dog that you would use for, let's say, hog hunting and stuff like that. As far as like hunting, like that might be a predator type shit. I see a Kangal not as a predator. I see a Kangal as a protector.
Yeah.
And what female did you use for that breeding?
Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah. Holy Spirit.
You got a dog named Lil Mama, don't you? Or is it Black Mama?
I got two. I got a dog named Little Mama and Black Mama.
Okay, I know I wasn't tripping.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Little
Coach
Mama.
got a lot of dogs. There's so many,
I
so
know.
many names.
I know, man. So I mean, shit. So many different type of variances. So many different type cook-ups.
And
You
Lil
know,
Mama and Black Mama, that's a whole different cook up, ain't it?
that's like that was my part of my bully pit bull type program that I was doing when I was doing those performance bullies.
Yeah, what's his name? Is it the Prophet?
Prophet, yeah, the Prophet. So it was
The
Prophet
Prophet,
Tiny, and that's Little Mama. The Prophet with Tiny, and then I took the Goat with
the
Africa.
GOAT. I know. I think I hit you up about that because I had some people that was talking to me. Some of my homies was talking to me, but I don't think they really into dogs like how I am. They was just like, man, that's a nice dog right there. Ask him how much you want for it, so I hit him up. I'm like, man, they weren't really talking about nothing. I'm like, man, that just hurt my heart, man. You just made me hit up the coach for nothing.
It's all good. I'm used to it, man. Don't even trip. I'm used to it, nigga. I ain't gonna ignore y'all.
But
Yeah.
now I always hit you up about the dogs, though. I just be wanting to know, just one day. What if I just, I'm just saying, I just always gotta know.
And I ain't never ignored y'all niggas. Y'all know I ain't never did y'all curb y'all, stiff arm y'all, nothing, man. So just know, you know what I mean, regardless if y'all, trying to buy or not, or was ready to buy, I never, what I'm saying, I never treated y'all like y'all was a stepchild or nothing like that, man. You know what I mean?
I know for sure. Once God give me the right time, space, and all that, I'm gonna get me a pup for sure.
Don't worry, it's
Even
all
if it's a AK, I be having so many ideas in my head. Like I could just picture so many like different variants in my head of what I'm gonna do with the dog.
right. If you throw AK to one of your
Shit.
pressers, if you throw AK to one of your pressers, man, that's gonna be a whole nother beast.
That's what I want to do, but I want to do AK with the Kango with the presser. I don't
Ooh,
want just AK
shit.
though. I want
Violent.
AK with the presser to
That's
calm it down and to mix it
what I
and blend
do.
it all together. Cause I
Yeah.
really want a stable dog, but I know AK a stable dog, but I want that Kango because it's just that Kango just different. It add a lot of size and it add a lot of temperament as well. Cause my pressers are a lot of prey driven, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
They
that's
see a
definitely
cat, they see a
obvious.
squirrel, they see a bird, they see a mouse, they own it. It don't matter. It's an ant, they own it. They don't care. They own everything. And that's my biggest problem, really. But
Oh,
I
you
didn't got my
talking my
female.
language.
I done got my female down to a point where she calm, but she be drooling, she be wanting it. Like I got my uncle's rabbit or bunny, I don't even really know. It's like a lion's mane type bunny. I don't really know, but she be drooling over it. Like she don't really want it to like move. She just wants it to stay right there. And I feel like if she really had the chance, she'd knock the whole cage out of just one bump and just get it. But
Yeah, if
she
you
really been
wasn't
chilling.
there, if you
Yeah, if I
wasn't
wasn't
there, she'll
there.
do it. Oh
If
yeah.
I wasn't there, it'd be because I already be feeding the little chickens from Tractor Supply. Like it ain't nothing. She
It'd
love
be
them little chickens from Tractor Supply.
it'd be a magic trick. Like, oh shit. What's the
And I
rabbit?
only do the little chickens on Tractor Supply just on some because I want her to eat anything that come in my hands. I'm like, if I tell her eat it, she better eat it. If I tell her don't eat it, don't eat it. Because I didn't lay down food and I don't want her to eat it. It's just me testing her temperament, honestly. Because I don't really got much prey items I can use in the middle of the city. So if I can go to Tractor Supply 30 minutes down the road and get a couple chicks, I'm gonna just go ahead and just let her go ahead and do that instead of kibble, because kibble, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
lately, I've been thinking about the whole rabbits they got at this meat market lately.
Rabbit's good.
Yeah, if you get online, you can find people with rabbits for sale, chickens for sale, and free.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I'm in the city. I live with my grandmother. She ain't going for that. She is not going. She don't even want my dog here or my uncle's money. When I had a litter of puppies, she was, oh, Donovan, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, get these dogs out of my house. But at the same time, she understands.
Well, hey, make sure you get your own space with some big yard before you get one of them AK Kangol shit, man.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm glad you pushing it back because I don't even got all that right now. I'm trying to make sure everybody else on the same type I'm on.
Yeah.
But then again, I want you to cook and do you. So
Nah, hey, I ain't in no rush.
that's
No.
why I asked if somebody ever came with the right price to buy a whole litter, would you sell it? Because
Oh yeah. That's the only way I'm gonna cook. That's what I say. It's like I would have cooked this year if I got my deposits. You know what I mean? It sound good when people talk about it, but I still ain't got the deposits. So I'm like, well, shit, man.
yeah.
Like I said, I got my Kangol. She's a PYT, pretty young thing, man. She's only 21, man. I ain't rushing to put no babies in her.
Yeah, she's still young.
Yeah, I ain't got to rush.
She just hit a liquor license.
Yeah, she's good. So it's like I'm not in no rush. You know what I mean? It's not on that level where, I gotta do it, and I need to have me one. It's like, I mean, I already have a Kangol, I already got an AK, I already got a Mount Wall. I just like cooking. You know what I mean? I like cooking. I got visions. I got levels I want to achieve as a dog man. When it comes to my program, I can do it. But at the same time, it's not something that I just want to do to give away. You know what I mean? Like why would I do that? My shit wasn't given to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I wouldn't have the DNA that I got. Nobody would just give me my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't get what? I wish. You know what I mean? Man, where'd you get the AK from? Oh, how you get a dog like that, man? Oh man, Simon gave it to me. Nigga, please.
That's a good thing because I don't know, bro. I don't know how I even got these presses. Like this guy just ended up just giving me one and his pregnant female at the time. So it's just like I don't even know, bro. Like
I would be
Oh, you got
happy.
blessed.
it's just the higher
Come
up
on,
just
Kyle.
giving me blessings. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
Oh, you
It's
got a
just the higher up.
blessing, dog, man. Dog, that's what you got.
You got a
But
blessing.
I didn't pay crazy amount of money for some I'm missing not pressure, some Frenchies that ain't worth nothing. Like one ain't had no testicle. What can I do with a dog with no testicle? And I'm looking to breed. I was looking into the money, but it was at the point like I'm trying to really breed, not even the money. I want to create better dogs. So it's like
Yeah.
I got a dog with one testicle. What can I do with a dog with one testicle?
He can
Man?
still,
Not
he
as
can
He can
still,
still nut. He
breed
can
him.
still get it.
Yeah, you can still breed him.
not for me. I need, and
Yeah,
I wasn't even
he's
too.
gonna
I
pass
was,
down that defect.
yeah. I felt like he was going to produce dogs. I wanted to produce nothing but hitters, and I wasn't even into the Frenchies. It was on some everybody like the Frenchies. I know a lot of people that buy a Frenchie, but
That's the
I don't
number
know a lot
one
of people
dog
that
in the
buy a
world.
big dog.
It's the number
So I
one
was
dog
like, you
in
know
the world.
what? I'm gonna get rid of this dog. I'm gonna just get me some bigger dogs. That's what I did, and luckily I got them for the free. But I don't want to say for free because I still do have like a somewhat connection with the guy, and I owe him some money. But he not even asking about the money. He just like whenever you get it, bro, just what I'm saying, just give it to me.
No, that's a blessing.
So,
Yeah, it's still a
and he
blessing.
gave me so when I went to get the dog, I got one of his young females from his main female. And like a couple months later, he ended up giving me the main female, and she was pregnant like right after that, like from the same male. And I ended up having a 9-piece of healthy dogs, all 8 males and 1 female.
Damn.
Nice.
And that was my biggest mistake, bro. I take that to the chin. Like that was probably like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Cause I lost the only female to that litter, and she was the best dog.
Ah,
The best dog. I don't want to say the best dog, but she had the best potential. But right now, I got a male right across the street. I got another male a block around, and they pretty good, nice pressers. How I like them. The other guy, he still owe me some money, but it's like I can't really keep the dog. So it's like if he can keep it and keep it healthy, I'm not really mad, but I'm trying to still get what I was supposed to get at the end. You know what I'm saying? So.
that's right.
Yeah.
And then the other people, they gave me their money. I mean, I'm not really connected with them because I don't really have the same number I did when I first originally gave them the dog, but I know they probably in good hands because they had dogs and they showed me pretty thick dogs, like well-fed dogs, and I'm like, dang, that would never be my dog. I'm talking dogs looking like they didn't ate probably like the whole bag of dog food one day,
Nah, that's
like
not
them
good.
type of thick, but not super thick, but like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, they
they
eat.
don't condition a dog, they just eat. You know what I'm saying, every day, food out every day.
Yeah, you remember Duro, the females I showed y'all,
Yep.
with their daughters, and how he got them looking like bullies and stuff. They were so
Yeah,
thick.
Yeah.
yeah, I follow him. Yeah, yep. The boy Marquise or Marquise.
Yeah, Marquise. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the same thing. He let them girls eat good, man. He got them spoiled. He spoiled them girls, man. They be in the house, man. He got them eating good and shit, man. He live on a farm. He got eating cows and all kind of shit.
See, that's a different type of eating good too, though.
Yeah.
That's that eating good
Yeah,
Living.
he got them spoiled.
living to the
Living.
max. That's how I want to be living.
Or living,
Probably
bro.
got them eating the whole beef broth,
All of
homemade.
it.
All of it.
Yeah, he got them good. So and that's the difference. You know what I mean? Versus how we would keep them versus how somebody else who just have them as pets. You know what I mean? They just, hey, they're little pets, have them around the house. They lay around, might run around the yard a little bit, but they're not putting in that work.
And that's the good thing though about the mail that I gave to my man's across the street. He got, I want to say 5 daughters and a man. I said male. Like that's so bad of me. I'm thinking of like a dog. A son. My bad. A son. 6 daughters and a son. And he does not show any type of like aggression, no anything. Like he don't even care if a dog was to run by, but let that dog run up with some like actual meaning or like show some aggression, that he gonna turn to a whole different dog that you never seen before.
Mm.
Yeah. I like those
And
dogs with the on-off switch, like what you talking about.
Yep.
yeah, and it's not even on off. I can't even make him do something. He just does it. Like he knows. Like he don't
Instinct.
even listen to me. He just knows, like if I'm speaking to him, he knows like, all right, I need to go towards him, or I need to do this, or I need to do that.
Yeah, it's instinctual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like with females, he's so good because with the female, that's his sister. They're not the same litter, but they're a couple months apart. He'll let her like get dominant and act aggressive, but he just trying to get some, you know what I mean? Like he just wants them. So
Yeah.
he just sits there, but let a male dog come around, he on all that. Like he on everything. Let him smell some male piss, he on everything walking.
So that presser in your profile picture right there, man, is that the male? Is that a male or female?
That's the male that started basically my whole little presser line. That's the dad to the presser I have now. I don't currently own him, but the guy that I got the presser from owns him. So that's why I posted it as
Okay.
my profile, so people will see that. Like that's what really started my whole program with
Yeah,
the
he looked
pressers.
good, man. He
He
looked
do
good.
look good.
Right.
He a purple ribbon UKC, but that don't really mean nothing to me. But I seen him around hogs. I seen him around a lot of stuff. I seen him around chickens. You feel me? He a nice size presser to me. And he told me people won't come up and do no type of bite work or anything with him. So I already know he official.
So how you feel about the individual that say there's no such thing as a black presser? Is that fake, phony baloney, or what? How you feel about that?
Oh no, I feel like a dog can come in any color, to be honest, man. If it's white, black, purple, it don't matter. As long as a dog do what it's supposed to do, it's a dog.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But I do like my black dog. So if there's a black presser, I ain't gonna be mad. I feel like shit. They made a lot of dogs with different dogs, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was black dogs in the presser.
Yeah, because I've heard people who are presser, you know, not enthusiasts, but spokesmen. They've talked about that. They debated about that black in the presser.
Yeah, and the guy I got them from, he actually is like he with the black pressers. That's why he got him.
Mm.
He was all with the black presser.
What did he get him from Frontline?
Not actually DNG. I believe so. Well, no, not the black male. He got his female from DNG. The black male, I think it's like some bear claw. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it. I don't really know. I'm not into the pedigree. I like the dog. I want to see the dog. I want to see what the dog can do. I don't care about what the ancestors look like or none of that.
Right. Yeah, that's too complicated. Like I said, as long as
My
you
brain start hurting.
as long as you can trace back, if you're a breeder, you can trace back 3 generations. That's all you need to worry about, man.
Yeah, as long as I can see the parents. I don't even generations. I just want to see the parents. To me, I'm young, so I just want to see the parents. If the parents can work, and you feel me, I don't even care about pedigree. Like when I get that Kango AK, if the time do come, I don't even care about no pedigree. I ain't gonna be pedigree. What's the pedigree?
You already know.
Yeah.
I want to see the dog. I want to pick mine. I want to see which one act the way I want it to. I don't care about no pedigree. I see the parents.
Yeah.
I know what a Kango and an AK dog is.
That's gonna be crazy, man. Another crazy one is gonna be that AK with the Malinois. That's gonna be
Alawal.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see AR-15 more with the Malinois or what was that Black Hawk you posted?
yeah, Black Hawk. Yeah.
I want to see that. I feel like that's gonna be some crazy dogs.
Yeah, I like AR-15 too. You don't talk a lot about him like that.
He don't talk about it a lot because I feel like that's the
Man.
knucklehead of the pack out of all of them.
AR, you know, he done made his step on, you know, he done made his step in my program, but like I said, AR, like, you know, he a little bit different, you know what I mean? He's like Shaka, you know what I'm saying? They like you really can't showcase what they really want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could take pictures and, you know, like right now, like back in the day when he was younger, he would play on the spring pole and shit. He don't play on none of that. He don't do none of that. He won't bite a sleeve, a spring pole, none of that shit. A ball.
He want the real thing.
Yeah, he's real prey driven. He's cool with people though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my man Functional Focus came by, you know what I'm saying? Like he's cool with people. He don't see as a threat, but his prey drive is where like I say, he's like Shaka, man. You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
saying he cool with people?
Yeah, like he tolerate people. See, one thing that I learned about certain dogs' personality, like dogs who are confident in themselves don't have to show a threat to a person that they don't necessarily know unless
they know.
Yeah, it's like they kind of like
they know.
They're like, okay, you ain't, you know, you're here. I see my daddy.
Yeah, you ain't causing a threat.
That's how my female is. She don't like my uncle for nothing. Like for nothing. And I really think he did something to her. I ain't gonna lie, because he be coming in here a little drunk when he did live here. And I feel like he might have tried to like do something to her to where she like every time he come in, she getting real low and checking him out and growling like.
Yeah,
so it's like I don't know.
That's that
mastiff. Dogs can tell that. Dogs can
And
tell.
she never showed me that with nobody. Like one time I didn't gave her the BTA, you know, that belt to ass because she didn't chewed up my key to car, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't show me like, all right, enough is enough, because I was smacking that nose like, yeah, you gonna know, don't touch this key because now I'm $250 out of my pocket because you want to have fun chewing up my key. You know what I'm saying? So I had to show her like, yeah, you don't touch stuff around the house like that. Like, and that was when she was a puppy. So she even gave me a little growl and showed the little teeth, but she ain't never really showed me nothing towards people. That was crazy. And I was like, dang, he must have, I don't know. She just started showing me like since she turned 2 years old that she don't like people for real.
Yeah.
Especially if they got that energy.
Yep. There's some dogs that, like I said, are like that. You know, AR is not like that. You know, he understands if you a threat or not. He's heavy prey driven. Like I said, him and Shaka is two and the same. That's why I had that video with him and Shaka when they was next to each other. It's like that's all that's all they want. They want that type shit. You know what I mean? So that's who more AR is. You know, if I do breed AR again, I'll probably take him to Black Girl, which is my bully pit mix. I ain't bred her yet, so I probably will take him to her if I breed him again to another bitch in the
And
future.
if nobody else pay for it, I'm paying for the stud fee or something. I'm getting some of that DNA for sure. I don't even like nobody. I don't want to say I don't like nobody else's dog. Let me not sound like that. But that AR-15 blood looked mighty nice to me. Mighty nice.
He definitely did his thing. He got some productions too that, like I said, I'm about to showcase. And
7.4s.
yeah, he got some nice little productions too. Yeah, he's cool, man. He's just, he's just like he's an asshole, man. That's all he is. He just an asshole. He like his uncle. He an asshole. He can't have a doghouse. He can't have any bowls. He can't have a roof.
Yeah, he dedicated. Damn.
He got to be in his, like, when I feed him, he got to have his water when you feed him, and then you take the water bowl out.
Damn. So like, what if, like, say you wanted to give him away, or like somebody wanted to buy him or something later on down the line?
They can probably buy him, but he'll tear everything up though.
So he can't be left alone in the crib type.
Oh yeah, he'll fuck you, man. Hell,
cage.
Your crib. Your crib will be demolished.
Damn.
He's just destructive. You got these dogs that's very destructive, and he's just destructive, man. And like he just tears everything up. There's nothing that he can't tear up. He'll tear his teeth up. If you had, like, let's say, how you have them cement bowls,
Wow.
man, that boy will tear his, man.
Like, I try to be a nice guy to him. Like, yo,
Nah,
the crib,
no,
it's a bone.
he tearing everything up. Some dogs is just like that, and that's who he is. He's just that type of dog. Like I said, I can't even put a roof on him. He gonna jump up and tear the roof down. So his sisters, right? They can jump like them. Prima Donna and all them. They got them super kangaroos. They could jump all high and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he jumps up to tear his roof down and stuff like that. He gonna tear it all down.
Yeah, he a maniac. Yeah.
But man, when I tell you that boy's a hardy dog, man. I mean, shit. You ain't got a dog house, and you out there. I got a little makeshift roof for him that he can't really tear down. But that boy hardy, man.
That's the same. That's the same dog that ripped his ribs out.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh man, that's the man. Yeah, I mess with him.
He said, "That's the man. That's the man."
Yeah.
Yes, that's him.
Nah,
that is him. Yes, sir. That's him. When he jumped up. So he jumped up into the side of the kennel, and then he came down on the latch, and just ripped a big ass gash in his ribs and shit. Had his shit wide open. Had to go get him stitched up.
I be wanting to see y'all videos like that in the group, but I be like, man, this might be a little too crazy.
Nah, you can.
I said you can. I was seeing a dog.
You're saying all that. I be feeling that way too. Like, nah, I don't know if I should show y'all this. But
nah, you can't. You got to be very PG unless you got like your little private little thing or whatever. Or let's say you got a subscription that you want to put out there that you can know your subscribers can see. But then you got people that'll pay for your subscription, see your shit, and then report you on type shit. You know what I mean? So you got to watch that type play too.
yeah.
You got some real people that be really hating and stuff, and that really,
Screen recording.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about like other countries like allowing and legalizing dog fighting as long as you pay taxes?
I mean, me personally, I mean,
is that politicking?
I don't agree with. I don't agree with dog fighting because the dogs don't have a choice in the matter. If a dog is fighting to defend itself, then let them do what they do. Dog politics, right? A lot of times when dogs fight in their own packs, they're not really fighting to kill each other. They're gonna fight, exile your ass, get the fuck out of here. If I see you, then there's consequences. Versus us, man, we making them fight for sport. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't agree with it because the fact that the matter is the dog is just trying to please you. So if you telling this dog to fight for his life, The dog ain't doing it because it wants to do it. It's doing it because it wants to please you.
Yep.
Right.
And that, to me, I don't agree with that part. It's not like how us as humans fight, right? We fight because we want to be fighters and we have a choice to make. The dog just want to please us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your mom could be like, no, son, I don't want you to be a fighter. But it's like, Mom, I want to fight. I'm a fighter, Mom. You chose to be a fighter. Your mom and dad like, hey, I don't really want you to be fighting. I don't want you to get your head pummeled in. But a dog is going to do it because you want the dog to do it.
Yep.
You want me to fight, Daddy? Okay, I already got the drive to fight. But you want me to fight to the death, Daddy? Okay. So I don't agree. I don't agree with it. You know, that's
I feel like that. I feel like that ties into like you in it for the money because you only fighting a dog for money. It's not like you fighting a dog for
They're
any
fighting for survival,
any game, unless it's like
entertainment.
you feel me.
entertainment, and to get
Dog
the
entertainment.
next meal. The next meal.
Yeah, like it to me, it's like I don't agree with it because the dog don't have a choice in the matter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't agree with that part of it. And then the damage, man, like the damage of getting bit is different than getting punched.
Hell yeah. You got mad scissors biting you.
Yeah, you know, you ripping flesh out, ripping tendons up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the dog is taking major damage.
Some of that they can't come back from that. Some of them can't come back from that. And
Getting
then
your
they
stomach
dump.
opened up and shit, your guts ripped out. That's not man. Nah. You know, I done had kennel accidents that was vicious, man. Like vicious. So,
Coach,
now,
would you ever put your dogs on like hogs or anything?
I've never done it before, but I've had consumers that did it, but I've never done
Okay.
it before.
I think I've seen like a couple of people that bought your dogs and posted them.
Yeah. Like I've had consumers do it and stuff like that. Have hog, you know, to turn some of my dogs. I put that in my pit bull program for show. I know my band dogs can do it all. Yeah. So, but
I
I've
just
never.
see the drive. I know that drive is in there for sure. You could convert that drive into really anything you want.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about genetics. You could just convert little pieces into the thing that you want.
My thing with dogs with drive is as long as they can take the pain that they give. If you're a dog that has the drive to go and get it and do what you got to do as a dog to get whatever you prey driven for, you got to be able to take that coming back at you. You know, that's my thing with the prey drive. As long as you can take it coming back and take the beating that you giving out, I like, you know, that is a complete driven dog for me. You know, a dog that can give it out, but then, you know, as soon as it takes some pressure or take some pain and it starts to cur out, I can't fuck with them dogs. Nope. I told y'all about AR when that boy Blackhawk had him by the nose and had that boy over there squealing. I didn't like that part. I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like AR, you done lost some points, man. I thought you might have been heads up with Shaka, man, but Shaka ain't gonna make not one bit of noise. That
The
nigga,
new kid in town.
bro, I had that boy over there squealing when he had his nose.
Mm.
I'm like, nah, bro, you done lost some points with me, AR. You know what I'm saying? You can't be making no noise. You better take that. Because he's an instigator.
Blackhawk teeth is sharper than.
He just caught him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they were over there trying to bite each other through the kennel bars. And that boy Blackhawk caught him right by the nose, man. Because he was over there instigating like he always do.
Yeah.
And that boy Blackhawk caught his ass right by the nose, had that boy on that little nose crunch. Boy, had that boy like, oh, hell nah, nigga. Nah.
That's not you.
Nah. Took an L on that one, man. Boy, that boy Shaka would have made not one bit of noise. That boy Shaka would have took that like that. You know what I mean? He would have took it all, licked his blood up and everything, man. That's all you got, Black Hawk? Oh, that ain't nothing. Let's do it again. So Yeah, AR. You know, he lost some points on that one. But I mean, it is a nose bite, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure that's sensitive. That's like
That's
one of the
that's
most
real
sensitive parts
sensitive. Yeah.
on a dog's body is their nose and their ears, right? So I mean, I can't really knock them for that, but I know that Shaka wouldn't have said anything.
He don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
That boy I mean, he don't feel no pain. That dog don't feel no pain, man. Zero.
That's why I keep some of that blood, man, too.
Yeah, he on ice.
Yeah, that'll come in handy at some point.
Yeah, he on ice. Bill got one. Bill got a Shaka daughter. I got me a Shaka daughter too. So you know what I mean. So yeah, I got that one on there. That's something that I probably will cook up with
Black Hawk.
Yeah, that's gonna be a super high octane.
I like how you got them gray dogs too, though. Like some people don't even like gray dogs.
Yeah, that's something I always wanted to have as a blue dog. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
he liked that. Like you said, he won the most like that dogs in your yard. So it's like he just
yeah, he
proving
number
to
one.
the other people like gray dogs ain't nothing to just say, oh no, they ain't nothing.
Yeah, he number one, and so is Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is number one in the female when it comes to that type of drive. And then Shaka's number one on the yard. You know what I mean? As far as that, but you know, he old, so now it's gonna be Black Hawk.
You know, one of my favorites that you got rid of. I think that you got rid of her. I think her name was Peaches.
Yeah, Peaches. Yeah, oh man, what's my man who got her?
Peaches was a nice looking phenotype. Like that was a nice dog.
Yeah, that's like a classic pit bull.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's that's AK's.
She had that color that you just don't see. Like I don't know. She was just like that's a nice dog right there. And her name was Peaches, like a peach.
Yeah.
It had that peach color. I'm like, Coach, know he doing with that.
Oh yeah, she was gonna be a good little piece of DNA, man. Like I said, that was when I had the pit bull program on. I mean, shit, I had all the DNA. Yeah. I had to scrap it. It's like, man, I'm not doing this no more.
I'm sure there's gonna be like four more everything. There might be 4 more AKs with that semen on ice.
Yeah, that's what I said. I can always cook it up if I want to. You know what I mean? I can always cook it up. I wouldn't mind doing that. And like I said, I know Dora gonna be waiting, but I really wouldn't mind seeing that double XL come out. I just gotta wait till that. I don't know. I just gotta wait till the market. Yeah, that's the only thing. Is like y'all ain't ready for that.
If I had the money, Coach, bro, I'd buy the whole litter. But I ain't got money. Like 4,500 them all out, man. That'd break me.
Oh man, trust me. I mean, that's gonna break anybody at the end of the day.
That'd break me.
That's the ultimate come up, though.
That's the man. I could take so many genetics with just each dog. Like I can take a red tiger to man.
So many variances. Imagine the different variances of that Kangal. Like if somebody bought that whole litter, there's the different variances of that mix.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
You could take so many different, like how caveman we talked. You could take a hound to that, and oh my god.
Yeah, that shit would go crazy.
Gonna be AK.
Them greyhound caveman got me on them greyhounds like heavy. I've been seeing them catch rabbits like it ain't nothing.
Man, you throw one of them greyhounds. You throw one of them greyhounds in that AK that came out, that'd be something crazy too.
Yeah,
that's what I've been thinking. I want to add a greyhound into the press pit bull greyhound mix.
Or those whippets, or those double muscle whippets.
Yeah.
That's why I brought up the Irish hounds. I feel like they got some type of like connection with those, or even a pointer dog in general. Because I really like the pointer dogs, but I ain't really seen too many do too much besides points.
They really
they're the foundation of a lot of breeds.
Of the pointer dogs or the hounds?
The pointers.
Okay.
Yeah. the German short
'Cause I
hair,
seen-
the English pointer would be an ultimate addition to a lot of breeds you're trying to add athleticism and wind to and drive.
Yeah, I see a lot
They're
of
hard.
I see a lot of them German pointers out here. The rich got a lot of those German pointers for some reason. Because I was working
Well,
for like
they're
a company. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, they're part of the recipe of the Doberman, the original Doberman. They're part of the recipe of the Tosa. They're part of the recipe of the Alaskan sled dogs.
See, I never knew that.
Yeah, I heard of another breed they were
Cause here where
put
I'm at,
into
there's a lot of
recently.
Dobermans.
I mean, I keep repeating this, but those short hairs, they have drive. They've got gameness. They've been bred to have tough pads of their feet and tough bone, tough ligaments, tough skin, everything. And to be bullheaded, like when you put them on a task, they just go about it at a high speed all day long.
Cause I was taking my dogs
I mean,
to a dog park, and this dude had a pointer, and she was fixated with like fetching the frisbee. Like you throw a frisbee, she on it like non-stop frisbee. Like it was crazy. Like I was like, dang, that's a nice dog right there to be on that frisbee like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a Jack Russell, but on almost a greyhound body.
Wow.
But then the thing is, for some reason, why does color have a big thing with genetics? Like the Merle has like a such strong genetic mutation where it could blind and even deaf dogs.
The disease.
Yeah, it's only if you double up on it. But obviously there's ways to do it, or you wouldn't have German short hairs and blue ticks and all that don't have those problems.
So say if you had a dog that didn't have the visual looks of a Merle dog, and then you had a dog that does have the the visual looks of a Merle dog, and you bred them together and they both were Merle, like would that be your mistake, or would you have to DNA test at that point and just like figure it that way?
Well, you could test ahead of time, yeah, but you should have some kind of clue from the parentage of your dog, because obviously one of them was a Merle, but the other one had a gene that masked it, like a red gene. I have such a dog. I have a Great Dane that's a ghost Merle.
Okay, because I had Frenchies that was like that, and I was curious because the Frenchie that didn't have the testicles, I had a brother that was like a try, and you feel me, he had both of them, so it was like, but he came from a Merle female, so I didn't know if I was to breed him to a Merle female, if he was to throw dogs that was, you feel me, a little off, like blind and deaf and stuff like that.
You'd have to
So
be a carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, what color was the other parent?
A try. But I don't know too much after that though, because I was like a little. I just want the dog. Real quick, you know. And that's when I was like probably like 18. I was just like, I just want a Frenchie. I wasn't really looking at the breeding, but then I was watching a whole bunch of videos on YouTube, and I was stumbling across a whole bunch of people, and I started getting into like a lot of stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't even want this dog anymore. Like, get him out of here, like now, because I was spending a lot of money on vet bills. Like the dog had that, what's it called, cleft palate, where every time, like, man, like, I know, Coach, but I say something.
No, I just said, man, that's horrible.
Man, he threw up every time I fed him. I was so mad. I'm like, bro, like, what could I do possibly? I'm mixing water with the kibble. I'm feeding him straight
stomach tube.
I don't know, bro. I ended up giving him away to a guy that was a veterinarian. I'm like, man, you can have him. Don't even give me $1. Because they end up losing a Frenchie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know what? I'm going to do the greater good and just give him the dog. Because he was a headache. He was messing me up.
Hey, Chris said he said something about the Doberman. He said they say the Doberman is on his way to become extinct. He said they're only living 6 to 8 years. You know anything about that? Ready?
Nope. Because me and Caveman, we talk about that all the time, man. He got his Dobermans is living. I don't know what they might be putting something else in the Doberman that's giving them that short lifespan.
It's the Americans.
What it is.
They're inbreeding them.
I
Inbreeding
feel
them
like the
show dogs.
Americans.
That AKC.
That AKC, huh?
Yep. Breeding for exotic shit, exotic colors.
I feel like they did that with the German Shepherds,
They did that with every breed.
the Corsos.
Yeah.
Man,
They
I feel like they need to make
when
a
the presser is the same dog.
man. Everybody asks me, do I have Corsos? I'm like, Corsos don't have tails. Let's get that right there.
A lot of people be thinking that some type of pit bull.
Corsos?
Corsos and pressers. They be like, what type of pit bull is that?
Oh, they just don't know dogs.
That's true.
They just don't know dogs. I see a lot of people say they got bullies. I mean, they have bullies and they think they pit bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a narrative right there. That's
Or they got pit bulls and they might think they bullies and they don't even know what they got.
Yeah. I know a guy with a red-nosed pit bull that thinks it's a blue Gotti bully.
And he don't even know what he got on his hands. That's crazy.
He thinks it's what, Caveman?
He thinks it's a blue Gotti bully.
And it's a red
And
nose?
he even argued with me about it after I told him it was a red-nosed pit bull.
Wow. How could it?
He don't know. He just knows what the breeder told him.
That's a trip.
And I grew up off the red nose and blue nose, and I don't even like that term no more, honestly.
that nose.
I feel like that's just the color.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. It means it's got a red nose or a blue nose. It don't mean it's got a black nose just because you say your dog's red nose lineage. If it's got a black nose, it ain't a fucking red nose.
It's still
If
gonna
it's
throw a
got a
different
red
color
nose, it ain't a
dog.
blue nose.
My goodness.
Now that's the dog I really grew up off of. Like I had a what you want to call a red nose pit bull from, you feel me, just family having dogs, and she was my baby, but she got really old and just like family members not really taking care of her how they were supposed to, and we had to put her down. And then after that, I was like, I want a dog, and I just started getting dogs after that, like back to back, and just was been trying to find a dog for me, you know.
Word.
Like I had a Anolian Shepherd. I don't even know how I ended up having an Anolian Shepherd. I think it was mixed with a Anolian Shepherd. What was it mixed with? A Great Pyrenees. It's
Anatolian.
what is it? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, I had those.
One of them shepherds.
Yeah.
Anatolian, like
Yeah.
Grady said.
Yeah, I had one of them. She was a great dog, but I don't know. She wasn't doing it. She was too calm, like way too calm. But I don't know. I just ended up getting rid of her because somebody asked me like, would I sell her? And I'm like, you want to buy her? And they just bought her. So I'm like, go ahead.
It was big.
Nah, she was only a couple months. Like she was still a puppy. But I ended up going back to the same dude and buying one for my cousin. He had one. He got pretty big, but they do not know what they're doing with dogs. I'm even salty. I even told him about the dogs because the way they got rid of the dog made me question like my family. Like they just dropped the dog off at a church, and I'm like, bro,
Damn.
like why would you do that? Like just drop it off at a church? Like really? But that's not me, so I can't really speak too much about them. But dropping a dog off at a church is just crazy. That just speaks a lot about yourself, you know. Like,
Yeah.
that just made me think about a lot being a dog man, you know. So that's why I don't even tell a lot of people about genetics that I even know of. I wouldn't even tell my friends about the coach because they probably try to buy a dog off the coach and be money ready and try to fight the dog the next week. Like, you know, like it's just
Sound good.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like they might even it just be so much like certain people just talk a lot of talk and then don't even be like about that. So, but it was really his parents.
Yep. Anybody else want to elaborate on the topic? I think we kind of hit everything, hit the nail on the head when it comes to, the Diplomat Dogman versus the Dictator Dogman and which one you should be. I think we can all agree to forward the dogs and better the dogs. We need to all be diplomatic about our dogmanship. We need to have an ear to hear other dogmen and dog women, even though we might not agree. We can definitely at least hear them out. And, as far as what we're doing with our movement, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of people who are going to copy us, and we got to understand that all comes with the territory. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to probably hate on us, and that's going to come with the territory. But at the same time, we got to be diplomatic about it as we navigate in these dogmen streets. Because if we don't, then we're going to be inviting drama that we don't need. I know I don't need no drama in my life. I need things to run smoothly, God willing. I need favor, God willing, and all these things. You know what I'm saying? I need progress and success. I definitely don't need drama. And one thing about the drama, it does get you a lot of views. That's one thing it's definitely going to get you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be dictating, it's going to get a lot of people talking about you, but not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely not in a good way.
Don't fall victim to that. Even though you might become popular, but it'll be popular in the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. There's no longevity in becoming a dictator. Unless you got a big army to fight your battles, right? If you think about the world and you think about countries who are dictators, they got armies that back they dictatorship. Out here in these YouTube and Instagram and all the, in the social media streets, man, people will flip flop on you so fast. So, you gotta, keep your your loved ones and your people that's really fucking with you, man. Keep them real close to you, man. Stay diplomatic on the playing field, because, man, oh man, I mean, these dogmen of the day, man, you already know what time it is, right? Gotta do anything for the fame.
That's a fact.
So, hey, and Duro, man, thank you for coming back on the panel. We appreciated all the information you provided, and we missed you, my brother.
Love, Coach. I'll be back next Thursday.
Appreciated you, my brother.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. But the chat, man, we appreciate all you guys participating in the chat. Hopefully you take what we talked about today, take it and apply it as far as how you are as a dog man, okay? You know what I mean? I don't care how good you are, what breedings, what type of dogs you are, man. Stay humble in the field. Stay humble in the field, because, as you coming up, you want to be able to invite people to tap in with you. You don't want to be uninviting, okay? Because it will backfire on you. Trust me. But anything else y'all want to add?
Shit, I guess everything ain't what it seems, I guess.
That's a fact too. That is a
They might be on your team, mother, but they might be an enemy at the same time. You never know.
I mean, look what happened to
I got a lot of. Go ahead.
That'll show you everything. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened to Jesus Christ. Richard Wright says, Coach, you doing another band dog breeding? I mean, I got so many I could, but I gotta wait until things just adjust with just the dog game in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, things just gotta adjust, and You know what I mean?
They need to make dogs great again.
It's the takeaway clothes, man. I gotta, I gotta do that. I gotta do that part. I gotta just take away what I do best and just show dogs and just have motherfuckers fiending, man. Have them fiending like Jodeci, man. Like, damn it, coach, oh man, coach, why you playing, coach? Why?
Cracking the egg.
Yeah, just like why you keep playing with us, man. Well, I mean, shit, make me do it. That's all I want. That's all. That's where I'm at. But until then,
right, man.
Yeah, make me cook. You know what I mean? Force me to cook.
Just go ahead and send that. Go ahead and send that bread, and then I'll do it.
I mean, yeah, make me want to cook. I'll cook. I mean, shit, I can cook. I'm one of the best at it. But at the same time, make me cook. Right now, I got everything. God is good. I done did enough cook-ups. I done did everything that I pretty much wanted to do. There's more stuff I would love to do. Y'all remember that boar bull I was gonna do the rodeo bull?
Yeah.
Man, I really wanted to do that. I wanted to take AK. I wanted to take an AK genetics with ghost genetics with a boar bull genetics. That's what
oh man. Oh man, I'll pay for that.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is that even if I did it, the bully, I mean, I think it'll be too vicious. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be something that the bully community would be able to handle.
That shit ain't even a bully.
It's gonna be called the rodeo bull. That's what I was gonna call that bitch, the rodeo bull.
Hell you.
You know what I mean? But
sound like some crazy ass shit.
Hey,
it's something you sell to Texas hog hunt outfitters or something, maybe.
Yeah.
That's something.
I just really wanted that look, but then I wanted them to have that drive of AK and shit. You know what I mean? And that mouth of AK. You know what I mean? That shit was gonna be crazy looking.
Yeah. That's like something that I hunt caribou, elk.
Oh my goodness, man. But that would just stay in my lap outside.
You seen how much dog it takes to handle some of them boars?
Yeah. That's why that's why you need the Dane, something that's above that height.
That's why I got the Dane. Yeah.
Hey, make sure you still posting those posts and shit, caveman, on your IG, my man.
Yeah.
You give us a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there, but I mean, come on, brother.
That's why I want to add the Tango, and I ain't gonna lie, another tall dog I want to add is that Irish Wolfhound, maybe. Like, I don't know. Those only two.
Yeah, I gotta pack up. I gotta pack up and go somewhere the varmints aren't all killed off and do some hunt, make some videos.
You got to.
That's exactly what I need to do too.
Gotta hunt some wolves.
What I need to do.
Hey, keep showcasing them puppies too, though, caveman, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, show them developing and show them just playing around and shit like that. Because you got some pretty good cook-ups over there. So we love to see their progress now. They growing up and all that shit. You know what I mean? It ain't gotta be, it ain't gotta always be action packed.
Yeah.
Coach, how you feel about inbreeding? Because that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, I plan on doing that with AK and his daughters. I don't have any if it's for a reason. I just won't do any heavy inbreeding.
What's heavy inbreeding to you? Because I got a brother and sister, but they're not from the same litter that I literally want to do just to tighten up the genetics.
No, just like over and over and over and over again type.
Okay, yeah. Because I only want to do it one time, and then I want to do it outcross to either a different breed or maybe a different presser.
Yeah, you can do that. Like I said, it has to be. You just got to do your mathematics on why you compounding it. If your genes aren't tight already, and you want to compound it, maybe 2 or 3 times because you really want to concentrate it, and you can do it without breaking the dog down, then do it.
That's exactly why I want to do it, because I got like different like the dogs that I'm getting. They come in different sizes, different temperaments, different looks, different colors. But the dogs I got now, like one came out a gray puppy, and with the pressers, they don't like that gray. So, but he ended up growing up. He almost 2 years old. He almost an orange. orange with a slight black and gray.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you don't care about color as far as your dog.
I don't, but
Oh,
it's his look, his drive, his his temperament, like all that I just like about him that I want to breed to my female that'll just turn it all up. And I really don't want to pay for another stuffy because I want to keep the genetics close and I don't really want to outcross right now.
there you go. Roll the dice. I
Yeah.
took
And
Shaka to his sister. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. If it makes sense, roll the dice. But anyway, we were about to wrap it up. Appreciate all you guys coming on this Thursday night. You know, appreciate the classroom. Definitely great information. Thank you guys in the panel. Appreciate everybody. Thank you everybody in the chat. But man, until next Thursday, man.
All right.
We are out.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Word.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Y'all be safe, and you know what I mean. Be safe in the chat. Be safe out here.
Peace.
Yep. And love you, Duro.
Word.
We out.